Oh, we already have people. Holy cow. Let me jump over here. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome to WyzGyz Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. We are joined today by a very special guest. Do you pronounce it Jetsabel?
Yep.
Okay.
The TS makes a Z sound.
All right. I can see it.
In Spanish, it's Jetsabel.
Jetsabel?
Jetsabel. Jetsabel.
Oh, either one? Okay.
It's a variation of Jezebel.
Okay. I used to pronounce it, but when I saw you in chat all the time, as Jetsabel.
It's better than Jetsabel.
Jetsabel.
That's how Alexa calls me.
Who calls you?
Alexa.
Alexa. Oh. Don't they? Is there a way to correct the pronunciation on something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm so used to it that it's funny to me now. It's just, I'm like, when I catch up to them, I'll correct them on my name. It's Able, Jetsabel. I'm a jet.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, in Spanish, I'm Dominican, and for Dominicans, it was a joke growing up. I had to learn to get used to getting roasted because avión, it means for Dominicans, un avión is you land from airport to airport, so you're whole.
Oh.
My cousins used to call, ahí viene el avión. So it was horrible. Plus, I always liked hanging around the boys, so it was just like, yeah. You were not allowed to play with boys. You were either, you were called things. You were not allowed to be a tomboy growing up. At least in Dominican, growing up Dominican, girls didn't play with boys.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. So for me, liking baseball, liking sports, liking comic books, it was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were very much a tomboy, I imagine, then?
Yeah, but I was very girly at the same time. So it was strange because it's like you're not allowed to play with the boys. You're not allowed to do boy things. You have to look, I'm like, okay, but I like playing with the sports. I like, but then again, my parents only bought me girl clothes and, like I didn't have pants. So I went out to play with dresses. Nothing stopped me.
When you went to school, did you participate in a lot of
I fought with the boys, and I was always in sports. I was very athletic. I'm actually a black belt in taekwondo. I never got along with the girls, never was playing with the dolls. But I'm not gay. I was
Just gotta put it out there. I'm not gay.
No, because nowadays, if I would have been growing up today, if I would have been growing boys, right? But then when a boy is mean, which boys play rough, right? So when the boys play rough, you hit me hard. Yeah, that's how we play. So if you can't stand the kitchen, then don't, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. You know what I mean? It's like all these girls, you're such a misogynist. You called me a fucking bitch. Sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to curse or not, but
no, you're good. This is adult only.
Yeah, and it's like, if you would have been a guy, he would have called you an asshole. So he called you a bitch because you're a bitch. You know what I mean? It's like it has.
Quick shout out to Mogwai Centurion. Welcome.
Mogwai.
Yes, more Jetsabel.
Hola, Sim. Sim is here too.
Simon Potier. Hola. Ella's Mad Films.
Hola.
Is it Hiole?
Híjole.
Híjole. Now, what does that mean?
That's Mexican for hi.
Oh, okay. Híjole. But that's a real word, right? Híjole?
No, that's a made up word.
Oh, okay.
Hijo is son, so it's like hijole, like what's
Sun high, high sun.
yeah,
Because I've never heard of that word.
yeah, it's slang. You won't find it in a dictionary.
Oh, okay. Or on Google Translate.
Maybe urban.
Urban Dictionary, maybe.
Maybe.
Welcome, Matanui. Oh, weird. I can't seem to get video. Let me double check. Well, I'm showing it successfully on my end. Hit the reload button on your browser tab. See if that helps. Oh, all right. You're right. You got it fixed. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I bet the boys really enjoyed your company. You know, a girl who could take the hits, and
Yeah. Well, you know, if you know how to set your boundaries and you know how to get along, then it's okay. You know, you can have. I mean, listen, with all this harassment and all this comics pledge and all this stuff going on, I just think like if you know how to give yourself respect. I mean, it's obvious there's going to always be attraction and there's always going to be a thing going on between the male and female, right? It's
Yep.
nature. It's natural. And when you're a pretty woman, you're gonna have that attraction, and you have to expect that. And if you don't expect that, then you're stupid. Okay? Obviously, the guys are gonna be attracted to you because it's nature.
yeah, it's biological. I mean,
It's biological, right? So I think that again, it's part of being in the kitchen and taking the heat. If you know how to carry yourself well, and if you know how to put the boundaries and set self-respect, I think that the guys get it, right? It's okay. You could play around as long as there's a level of respect. Listen, I just started this YouTube thing, and I'm having so much fun. And I'm not even caring about my reputation anymore. I'm just putting it out there. I'm gonna eat a pickle when Carla hits 10K. I don't care. You know, I'm a professional. I have a master's degree, you know. I have several degrees and beyond that. But am I a teacher and that's it? Am I a person with a master's degree and that's it? Am I that person who studied psychology and education? Am I that and that's it? Am I not anything else? Can I also be a comic collector? You know, can I also be a toy collector? I collect toys too.
oh, you do? Oh man, yeah. How cool is that?
It's my main collection right now is Star Wars toys. I have a whole bunch of Star Wars toys, but then that ended abruptly. I'm sure you know why. It's like my collection ends in a certain trilogy.
Yeah, I think you're very much like me. Well, speaking only for myself, I am. I love the original trilogy the most, and I actually enjoyed the prequels.
I enjoyed them. Cinematographically, like they were just beautiful.
Oh yeah, and you remember all of the teaser trailer videos leading up to each movie? Those were epic with the operatic music.
Oh, it's beautiful.
They were coming out of the mist, and it was pretty sweet.
Plus, they added to the lore. They added to the story that was already there. It didn't take anything away from it, which is what I think the new trilogy did. It took a lot away from what was already built, which is what actually brought me on to ComicsGate, by the way.
Was it?
Yeah. It started with Phantom Menace.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That and listening to Zach and I was dating. Well, I don't know if you guys have heard of Baz, but he's around in the chat. But we had started dating, and he said something about SJWs, and I was like, I'm an SJW, and he said, no, you're not. And I said, yes, I am. I fight for justice. I mean, I'm a teacher, right? I fight for justice. I fight for good. I'm a good person. I'm loving. I'm not full of hate. Of course, I want justice in the world. He said, no, you're not an SJW. He goes, SJWs ruin everything.
Did that lead to a big argument?
No, it didn't lead to an argument. It led to a enlighten me, right?
Uh-huh.
That's the kind of person that I am. I'm very open-minded. So I was like, I just didn't believe it, that it's in the name, right? Just like Antifa. It's in the name. It's SJW, right? It's a justice warrior. I fight for justice. And he said, trust me, you're not. They ruin everything. So we started having this conversation about how things are being ruined. And so he put me on and we started listening. I started listening to Zach. And before you know it, like for a long time, I was ComicsGate, but I would just listen on the side.
All right.
And I would listen to Ethan, and I would listen to John Malin, and I would listen to the promotions that they did. And it was great when John had the platform where he would invite the artists on, right?
Yeah.
So it started as me listening, and then me going on the side and looking on Indiegogo and looking up the artists and listening to Doug and listening to, you know, Mike Miller and listening to all of them, because I was really upset when they broke up, because I used to listen to all of them. We used to listen to all of them. And that's how it started. Before you know it, I stopped listening with him, and now I'm listening. Now I'm opening up my own YouTube channels. And now because I love comics. As a teacher, I used to bring comics into the classroom.
Oh, like, nice.
For struggling readers, it was the best way, because like how better way to engage a struggling reader than to say, okay, here, you can't read it, but you can see it. Now you're curious as to know what the words are saying, because you're curious with the images. You're drawn in with the images. Now let's work on the words. And it was very successful for me. I was able to get kids. I was working in the Bronx at inner city schools with kids who couldn't read, and I was able to get them to read. At least I was able to get them to want to read.
That's nice.
Okay, so I used to go to the conventions, and I used to go dressed up, and then I used to go to the classroom. I used to go to school dressed up in comic book, costume.
Really? Oh my God!
I used to get them all excited, and I used to bring in books, and I used to bring in my comics, and I used to buy stuff for the classroom, big books, and I used to spend so much money just to bring it into the classroom to expose them to comics.
Wow, that's pretty sweet. Mananui says they call themselves that because if they said what they really are, no one would listen to them. True.
I wonder what new name we should give them.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh man, it's crazy. You got a lot of fans.
Those are my people.
Yeah, Jetsabel's awesome.
Thank you, Tatsunami.
So,
Tatsunami.
oh, the way you say it. So let's see, rewinding it a little bit. You were very active in sports. Did you also get into reading comics early on?
Yes, I did with my cousins. They had comics. I couldn't afford comics. I mean, and I'm talking up to the age of 15, because then I had family problems with my family. I ended up going to foster care. So my life has been very tumultuous. But up to the age of, let's say, like 14, when I used to go visit with my cousins, I left my home when I was 14. So I'm going to talk about up to that age. When we used to visit with my cousins, I used to go and get into their piles, because that was the only time I wasn't a reader growing up, because I used to like nonfiction. I liked comics. I liked what you would say the interest of what boys like to read.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And I wasn't into the romance novels, and that's what my mom would get us. She would get the Harlequin novels and all these other things. And I was into the Party Boys. I was into, Nancy Drew, and I was into more investigative stories. I was into comics. I was into all the things. So I didn't have that around except when I went to my cousin's house, and that's when I used to get into their stash and I used to read their comics. And then I had sons. I have two boys. Well, they're not anymore. They're old, 23 and 26 years old.
They're old now.
They're old now. They make me look old.
No, not at all.
So when they were growing up, I took them to comic book stores all the time. That was a ritual, to take them into the bookstores and take them into the comic book stores and just let them indulge, and buy them action figures. My sons played with action figures. The smaller the better. They love them.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
welcome, Frago. Good to have you.
Hello.
Yeah, one. Uh, that's pretty awesome. Do you also take your kids to comic book conventions?
Hell yeah. Yes, we did. I used to buy them, like for that I used to have to save all this money just to take them to the comic book conventions. As they got older, I mean, that love for the comic books and the action figures and just that industry altogether, it never died. You know, they come here and they hang out and they go through my collection and so they want to steal my. I have a Spawn action figure. They want to steal my Spawn. And like I just ordered the Spawn action figure from Todd McFarlane.
Oh, honestly.
And I should have ordered the pack because I know that my son loves Spawn. He's gonna steal it, but it's okay. He's probably, you do what you do. It doesn't matter.
So you took advantage of that Kickstarter campaign, right?
I did, yeah.
The action figure. Gotcha.
For a while, I wasn't supporting Kickstarter because of their behavior, but I have to. It's Todd.
Yeah, certain exceptions, certain exceptions are acceptable, I think. I mean,
yeah. But I think they deserve a chance. I think that they redeemed themselves, don't you think?
Well, hopefully. As far as I'm concerned, the jury's still out. I'm still waiting to see
Me too.
if other comic creators can survive on that platform.
Yeah.
Because it seems like there's a drive to push them out. So right now, I'm still a big promoter of Indiegogo, but then I recently saw news that Indiegogo contributed to Black Lives Matter and donated to them. So,
I know, but if we go down that route, we're gonna end up with no platform.
yeah,
With nothing.
yeah. We need to develop a backup platform for if Indiegogo goes down the toilet.
Everybody's kneeling.
Yeah.
Without even a war. Like for me, kneeling is a sign of humiliation and defeat.
Yeah.
And I humble myself to God.
Absolutely.
And I don't declare defeat until I fought the war.
Oh yeah. Damn straight.
I'm a fighter. Yeah. In my house, we're divided. I share a house with my sister. And we're divided. It's a house divided.
Really?
Politically.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
We love each other dearly, so we don't talk politics. We can't talk politics in my house.
That's got to be an experience.
Let me just tell you, I have this hat.
Nice.
My niece called it the Trump hat.
That is a cool hat. Did you make it yourself, or did?
No, I got it. I buy things. I have to stop. I can afford my comic book habit.
Yeah, I know.
I buy shoes.
I know the feeling. Yeah, so instead of amassing a huge collection of shoes, you amass a huge collection of comics.
Oh my goodness! I have 2 big binders full, and a whole bunch loose. I don't even know what to do with them anymore.
Well, you get a bookcase and display them.
Yes. That's what I'm going to end up doing. I mean, I have so many. I just want to do something really nice with them.
Yeah.
I moved here 2 years ago, and I'm still trying to set this place up.
Do you still have a lot of boxes that are unopened?
I still have boxes that are still. I still have things that are still packed. I still have it unpacked. It's been 2 years, and this place is still a mess.
Well, thanks for being here. He's going back to work now.
Thank you, Mogwai.
Thanks for the cheesecake. My Alice Matt says my undivided attention is now had. Kevin Pott says, when all the pros come to Indiegogo because the big two strings down to nothing, they will apply massive pressure on Indiegogo to get rid of ComicsGate.
Yeah.
We'll watch that happens.
Well, that's the thing about what I say about CG, right? Because CG is not just about the big pros. You know, there's this big push for pros to come to CG, which is great. I like that. I want that. But let's not forget about all the other, like I have all these great comics, but they're not all from pros, right?
Yeah.
They're all from, I don't like to call them the smaller artists or the little guys. I don't like to call them that, but they are from indie creators who are coming up and they're trying to get themselves known, and they have picked up their oar. I really like that when they talked about the oar and picking up the oar, because this is what these artists are doing. They're making videos, they're sharing each other's work, they're out there promoting, they're out there doing everything possible to try to get known, try to get their name out there. And it's not just about the writer, it's also about the artist, about the penciler, about the inker, the person that does the lettering, everything, you know? It's not just about the writer. And I thought that, and I still think that CG, it was a movement about the customer choosing who is deserving of this great accolade of being a great artist and making all this money. Because these companies, they only allow a certain amount of artists, right? They only allow a certain amount of people to come in, and it's based on who you know, the gatekeepers, right? So CG is not about gatekeeping. CG is not about who you know. CG is about the customers. You reaching out to the customer, making a great product, delivering great customer service, and producing good art and producing a good book. And the customer's deciding, well, I decide that it's not just about this big pros. I prefer, listen, I've received more comics from regular artists who are not known than from the big pros. I only received one comic from Ethan so far, and it's been 3 years. And as much as I love the guy, you know, I'm sorry. Look, I got Hybrids, The Sons of God, and I got 5 books. You know what I mean? So when you get something like that, and they're quality books.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you got to see these. Okay? But you get 5 books.
Wow.
Okay, and these were awesome stories. I don't know if you can see them now.
Is it 5 different issues, or?
It's 5 different issues, number 1 through 5, and they're each a story. They're each an episode, so you get a sense of completion of each person, that because it's metahumans that come that are popping up out of nowhere with special powers.
All right.
So you have to go out and find these people that are coming up with these powers and save them from this corporation that's collecting these people. So you do get a sense of an episode in each comic, where you get a sense of completion from all of them. And it was great. And it's for the same low price, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So
yeah,
really good. I don't know if you saw
it.
Yes.
I don't recognize that one either. So yeah, you must have were these some of those that came, some of the books that came out like late last year or early this year?
Early this year, I think, Peter, because this one I didn't wait too long for it.
Okay.
Comics for Everybody promotes a lot of the books.
Yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah, I get a lot of promotion from him as well, and I share them, but I check them out, and I always, so far, they've been really good recommendations.
Yeah, I mean, I retweet those as well, but I haven't been closely following all of those campaigns. Simon says, Blood Hunt is on its way, sweetie.
I'm waiting. Every day I check them out. I'm getting some great comments.
Matanui says, I recently started getting into Spawn. Started buying the Spawn original Origin series.
Yes, Spawn is a good.
Spawn was awesome till the departure of Capullo.
I actually have a few Capullo inspired figures.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
What, like like
Batman,
sculptures or action figures?
the action figures.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Were you gonna show them on screen or?
Oh, I don't have.
Oh.
They're back somewhere.
uh,
The only thing that I have handy right now is my comics because they're. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with them.
so, do you have them like all stored in long boxes right now?
No, right now I have them in two binders, which are exploding. So I'm not. I can't keep them in the binder anymore. I'm gonna have to find another way of storing them.
Oh, so you like slide each book in a comic plastic sleeve?
Yeah, because I like looking at them and looking at the covers and looking at the art, but that's not working for me anymore. I'm gonna need I don't think I'm up to a long box yet. A short box is fine for now. Because a lot of them are for some of them are various covers, but I backed 178 campaigns by now.
Woo-wee. That's impressive.
I mean, take like 5 off. 3 of them, one of them was a toilet seat that I backed.
Oh yeah. So what was ingenious or special about this toilet seat?
It has a bidet on it.
Oh, it's built into it?
It's a built-in bidet.
Did it get fully funded?
It did.
Oh, okay.
I got my bidet.
Oh, you already physically received the product?
I received the product.
Oh, okay.
The other one was a movie.
A what?
An indie movie.
Oh.
It's called Homeless Ashes. And the other one was a theater project for a community theater project in New York.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Then everything else is ComicsGate. And then I refunded the plot holes.
Plot holes?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I refunded that. I bought it, but then they told me to refund it because they weren't going to do anything about. I don't know. I didn't like what was going on there. I asked them about the upgrade for the hardcover, and they said they weren't going to do anything about it. They weren't going to make it into a tier, and they said refund it. I said okay, so I refunded it.
Okay, were they suggesting you back a different tier instead?
Yeah, but it had already messed up my refund history, so I said forget it.
Oh man,
I don't like refunding. So once you made me refund, that was it.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Paul Acevedo. Good to have you. So rewinding again. I tend to do this a lot. So you're a black belt in Taekwondo? Did you study in a formal studio, or did you take classes in? Oh, okay, all right.
Okay, so my ex-husband, I was married for 13 years. The father of my children, it's a master in Taekwondo.
Oh.
Read that. So I practiced for many years under him and under another master at a school, and it was very traditional, not based on belts. I mean, I practiced for so many years. I mean, I never officially received my certificate nor my belt. But yeah. But yeah, I received the training.
Oh wow. So
I was pretty badass. It's been a long time, so.
But you're still badass.
I had to choose between my career and practicing. It was 3 times a week, maybe even 4, 2 hours a day, and it was just crazy.
Oh.
I had 2 kids. I was going to school full time, working full time, and it was just too much.
Oh man, that would be a whole lot to juggle.
And I'm all in. Like I don't do anything halfway. You know, I'm passionate. So I became more passionate about my job, and I became a theater teacher. So I was at school all day and doing theater and then working with the kids, and I just didn't have time anymore. So I did it.
Out of curiosity, in your school, what were the different colored belt rankings that you guys recognized?
Oh, we had the white, yellow, obviously white, yellow, green, blue, red, and black. But we have the stripes in between.
Yeah.
Yellow, yellow stripe, green, green stripe. The stripes are just.
And with regards to the stripes, did they do the same that they did with us? Where, like, I study Taekwondo, but I'm blue advanced. So they literally take black electrical tape and
Yes.
wrap it around the.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what you're paying for.
Yeah.
It's just for testing. I mean, my instructor didn't really believe in that because, again, the belt is supposed to get dirty with time.
Yeah.
You know, your belt is supposed to get dirty with experience and with the time. It really doesn't matter. Like my children, we didn't pay for testing. My children went through and they practiced forever and they still had their yellow belt and their green belt. Like we never really cared about the testing because it was more about the philosophy and the discipline of the Taekwondo.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Than the stupid belt. But you know, parents and the school, they want that. They need some kind of progress. They need to show that it's more that mentality, and it's more about fooling the brain that you're making some kind of progress. So people want to see, oh my God, I have a yellow stripe. It's, you know, it doesn't mean that you're any more ready, or that you're able to do anything more than you were able to with the yellow belt.
Right, exactly. And one of the other things is about martial arts is some people have the misconception that if it comes down to it, balls to the wall, you're having to defend yourself. Some think that you're going to do all this fancy stuff, all these crazy wild flying kicks and things like that, when in actuality, it's, you know, like distract or disable the opponent enough for you to run.
That's what really, I was attacked. One time I was able to use my Taekwondo abilities, and it's funny, it happened in front of my mother. Somebody attacked my aunt and my mother, a neighbor, and the person came running at me to attack me. And it's so funny because you do the kicks like 500 to 1,000 times, right? And it's so tiring. And you repeat it, you do these movements so many times, and you complain because you don't want to do them. And your instructor is like, do it again, do it right, you know? And you wonder, why am I doing this so repetitively, right? There's nobody in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, it so happens, right, that on the day that you have to use it, it becomes muscle memory. And you do it so instantly, and all those fighting techniques and all those self-defense techniques and all those, you know, maneuvers that you practice, actually, everything, it happens in slow motion. You know, when that person came at me, well, first of all, I threw a spinning roundhouse in the air that I didn't know where it came from, and I didn't know how I was able to jump that high, but I was able to do it. Okay. And then she came running at me, and I actually did the maneuver, and I was actually able to restrain her. And that's all I did. I restrained her. And my aunt, they called the police, and I was able to hold her there until the police came because I knew that I could hurt this person.
Yeah.
Like, there was no way that I was going to put my life on the line at this moment. And it was my first day teaching, too. It was my first day on the job. And here I am in the street with this woman attacking me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not a fighter, but you know, this is the Bronx. People attack you from nowhere.
Oh my gosh! Did you ever get a chance to find out what was wrong with her? Why she even wanted to?
She hated Dominicans.
Oh really?
I've received more racism from non-white people than from white people. That's what I'm saying. Racism is everywhere. She hated Dominicans, and she wanted my aunt to disappear out of this planet because she's Dominican.
What the hell?
Yeah, she was, whatever.
That's craziness.
Yeah, but she won't be, the cop told me that she won't be talking smack about Dominicans anymore.
Welcome, Wooly, William Crawford Hazel. Good to have you.
Ale.
Froggo's studio used white knuckle tape. Let's see here. Jason says, hi there. Welcome, Jason. Good to have you. Oh, welcome, Indie Wrestling Matters. Good to have you.
Hello.
In our studio, we recognize white, yellow, green, blue, red, and black. Oh, actually, we also recognize a red, black. So lengthwise, one was red and the other side was black. And we also recognize the interim ones, the quote-unquote advanced with the black electrical tape. And towards the end of my going to this class, we were starting to also recognize purple and brown.
Yeah, that's very popular. But again, for me, that's just more money. That's more belts to get more. Each test is ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, I mean, not only are you paying for the gear and the uniform, but you're also paying at every single interval and increment of belt level.
Yeah, those tests, because you have to pay for the instructors to come in, the guest instructors to come in. You have to pay for the certificates.
Yeah, it was like, what, $40 a test, and then I think it started creeping up $45, $50. So, yeah, it was getting to the point at which it was like...
Listen, I don't blame the schools because the schools need to pay the bills.
Right.
So I understand. I mean, I've been on both sides of the aisle to understand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So Stupendous is advertising some stuff for ComicsGate.
That is such a joke for me. It is so funny. I can't believe they actually got funded. Like it inspires me to want to like start a campaign of something. Right? I'm just gonna start knitting. I don't know, scarves.
There you go.
Cheese scarves.
There you go. That'll be popular, especially in wintertime.
Except that I'm not good at knitting and I don't have the patience. I'll have my mom do it. Yes, there you go. I'll have my mom do them and do a limited edition.
Put her to work. What campaign was it that you were surprised about getting funded?
Oh, the wristbands.
Oh, okay. So
the testify wristbands.
Oh, okay. I'm not even familiar with that. I thought
we're not okay. So Testify put out these wristbands saying what would Testify do, and they actually got funded.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! So is that on Indiegogo?
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
Search ComicsGate on Indiegogo or Testify. I don't know. They're yellow wristbands.
All right, I think I just found it. Hold on. Let's share screen. That StarWarsGuy.com. What would Testify do? I hate you all. With the handicap logos. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Is that like the international symbol for butt hurt?
Yep. Well, listen, he didn't fall on his ass on this one because he actually met his goal.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, look at that.
I'm telling you, this is great. I was like, this is the major troll of the year.
What would Testify do? Buy a wristband? Hi, I can help you. Why are you here? Seriously, why are you here? What's wrong with you people? Man, you got 50 backers. You're at 554. The hit YouTube comedy show, The Trash Compactor, comes alive with exclusive wristbands. Oh my gosh! And there's a single perk. Captain Lou says you don't have to use them, just on your wrists.
All for the simple low price of $4.
Yeah. What we need and what you get. Your money. It's a wristband, stupid. Oh my gosh. Even Wonder Woman endorses that.
Yeah, there you go. She has.
That's a hell of an endorsement. Oh, wristband of brothers. Oh wait, that's Uniful, isn't it?
I'm telling you, it's very inspiring.
Wow, no doubt. Risks and challenges.
Even Madonna wears it. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a challenge for Testify just to wake up every morning.
Don't be a wristband virgin.
Yes, you don't
Don't preach.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh my
I've
god.
been following that and dying. It's just hilarious.
Oh man, other ways you can help. Always wear long pants in the woods to avoid Lyme disease. And I would also have to add, to prevent ticks as well. And be sure to go to thatstarwarsguy.com for more information. Don't tell Testify.
What would have been great, and I would have bought it immediately if it had mosquito repellent on it.
Oh yeah, built-in
Mosquito repellent bracelet.
Holy moly! Hey, there's an idea for you. There's an idea.
No, I think it's brilliant.
Is Stupendous 989 Testify? Oh, it says no.
Then yes.
Awesome.
Ray shouldn't get all the guys.
The soy rage shouldn't get all the guys. Maybe next one. Oh my gosh. Wow, already a successful campaign, and it's the first one too.
Well, Testify is in the house now.
That's pretty impressive. Oh, yeah, why are you here? We're just unknowingly promoting your Indiegogo campaign.
I don't know, like trolls like this is gonna make me. I've been thinking, when does it end? Does it say?
Let me check real quick. Well, actually, I'm guessing this is the first 30 days of funding.
He says, Testify says it's not his, and he's totally against it. Somebody's trolling somebody. That's all I know. And it's genius, okay?
Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. If it's not yours and you're against it, then
what would Testify do?
Yeah. Can't help but wonder, huh? Makes you wonder. Oh my gosh. It's not mine. I'm totally against it. 24 days will not go in demand. Whoops. Testify, add mosquito repellent on the next batch. Please don't say that. Hail. Hey, Baz. Hey, Testify. So you also mentioned that you have multiple degrees as well.
Yeah, well, I was going to be a statistic. I had to make sure that I wasn't. I got married young. I was 19 when I got married and pregnant.
So what degrees do you have? Do you have one in psychology?
I have a BA. I have an AA and BA in psychology, and then I have a master's in education.
Did you always want to go into education early on?
No. That was an accident.
Oh, how did you get the urge or the what compelled you to go
I
into?
was a family counselor,
Mhm.
and I quit my job, and I decided to go back to school to continue my education. But someone recommended you should teach for a year. You have to be with a psychology degree at that time when I started teaching. They were giving out temporary licenses, and as a psychology major, I had enough credits to be able to qualify as a temporary teacher for special education.
Temporary? You mean like a substitute teacher?
No, because okay, I wanted to be a school psychologist. So although I focused a lot on I focused a lot on developmental psychology, and because at some point I decided I wanted to be a school psychologist, I decided to take a lot of education courses just so that I can have both perspectives. You know, if you're going to be a school psychologist, you need the educational perspective in order to understand the teachers as well.
Mhm.
So I took some education courses, and I had, plus I was a parent. I was like, I'm going to be a teacher to my children. I want education courses. I took those were my electives. All my electives were education courses. And so when I spoke to somebody, they were like, oh, you could be a teacher. You have all these credits. You can actually be a teacher. So when I quit my job, it was perfect. I was like, okay. I quit my job. I was making like what, $24,000 a year as a family counselor. As a teacher, I was gonna start making 32 at that time.
Oh, okay.
So I said, okay, this is perfect. I'll teach for a year while I do my master's for school psychology. But listen how it happens. I'm gonna teach for a year as I do my master's for school psychology. Well, it turns out that year became 16 years. I fell in love. I turned out, I was going to get I was going to get a job at a elementary school. And instead I landed a job at a middle school. And I fell in love. Those kids with their attitudes and their bad behavior and their snarkiness, they wooed me.
Yeah, it takes a special person to go into education because you got to have a hell of a lot of patience.
I had the look. I gave him a crazy look. Like, miss me here.
Well, if you keep using that look too long, someone's gonna slap you on the back and it'll be stuck on your face permanently.
That's what my mom used to tell me. It hasn't happened yet, and I've gotten smacked around a lot.
Oh man. Excuse me. Good gracious. Yeah, yeah. You know, I'm a pretty patient person myself, but I'm not sure if I could handle being a teacher. I thought about being an art teacher when I was younger, but that opportunity passed.
No, it's never too late. But let me tell you, it is tough. I got out just in time. I decided to move to Florida. I retired. Out. No more teaching.
You're retired now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do schools sometimes reach out to you and go, "Hey, with COVID and everything, we could use some teachers who could teach remotely."
But yeah, I've thought about it, but no, I'm okay. I'm not desperate for money.
Welcome, Stefani. Good to have you. Stefani's pretty dang awesome too. So let me see here. Hold on.
You know, when I run out of money to buy comics, then maybe I'll take a tutoring position here and there.
So, are you enjoying the retired life, or do you sometimes find it hard to keep yourself and mind busy?
Well, my sister keeps telling me, Jesse, stop saying you're retired because you're too young to be retired. And I'm saying, mind your business, because I love saying that I'm retired at 45. I don't know. It's kind of boring. I need my purpose. I dream about school every day. I dream about being in the classroom all the time. I miss it. But it's time to find a new purpose. I
Well,
do miss it. I do miss it a lot.
yeah. I can relate to you're getting an education by accident because I early on, I was into drawing and everything, and I was thinking, well, maybe I'll go into animation or comics. And then, as you might expect, my parents wanted me to go into something more practical, something that I could have a career in. So I figured I'd follow in the family footsteps and go into electronics tech. So I studied that, got a technical degree, did a few very short-term engineering jobs, and then I got an opportunity to work for Logitech. So I worked in their call center and learned more about computers. I'd actually used computers prior to working there, but I learned a whole lot more when I was there, and I haven't looked back since. So you might say, or I jokingly refer to it as getting bitten by the computer bug, because I did tech support, or I've been doing it for 17 years.
Wow.
It's-
Brothers into that.
yeah, I'm not sure why you're. I guess you're here by you got sucked in by the vacuum. I dream about hearing Stu cry. Thanks, Testify, for making me rich.
Don't hate us. I really didn't know. I thought you had something to do with that bracelet. So if they're trolling you, Testify, I am sorry that you're being tortured.
Same.
Good fun.
Oh, on some of my previous streams, I've showed it up on the camera. I don't think I have anything digitally posted anywhere other than the few sketches I was doing and posting on Twitter. I was trying to do that challenge where you do a drawing a day. I heard from Shay, aka Red Valkyrie.
Yeah.
But then I stopped. I gotta get back into it though. But I got like 5 or 6 drawings posted. And then when I was younger, I actually had an opportunity to do some package cover art and also user manual interior art for a small video game company startup. I was planning on doing uploading a video showing that piece and the artwork that I did for it. Testify's last gaming headset was the G933. No one is torturing me, just making fun of me.
Okay.
We made it while he was sleeping. Okay. Oh man. Yeah. So you started in Phantom Menace, right?
Huh?
You got into Phantom Menace first?
Yes, because we were hating on the Last Jedi. Oh my God, that was terrible.
It was so sad. So sad.
That movie, and I was just like, what just happened? Like, we get rid of the old, fill the past. I don't know. I don't know if you want to go into that here, but
no, we could.
It was just, and not only that, but that if you didn't like it, you were a misogynist. It was because you hated women. It was because all the reasons why it couldn't be the movie. It had to be because you, the viewer, was a terrible person, and that was just, it killed it for me.
Yeah, their whole agenda, their misuse of the English language is all screwed up.
I was laughing through the whole movie. I was.
Oh, were you?
I was laughing. I was like, "Is this a joke?"
Star Wars became a comedy? What?
Mm-hmm. I felt like I was watching Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs, okay?
So do I.
When General Hux came up and he was doing the whole thing and they were repeating, I was like, is this Spaceballs or what? Like I was just laughing through the whole thing.
Yeah, it started with the Yo Mama joke, right? That was crazy. It was like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Testify says, send Stu the link. He will explain it all to you. Frago says, eudaimonia is still in demand and could use more support. Issue 1 and 2 are both available here.
I got that.
Let me double check because I thought I backed it. Eudaimonia. I hope I did. Yeah, I did. Sweet.
Yeah, I was like, you and Mr. Pickens, you guys make big donations. I'm like, I'm retired. I have a set income. I'm on a pension.
Oh, I don't know about big ones. I mean, I think Mr. Biggins is way past my level.
I'm gonna find myself a boyfriend just to support, just so that he can simp me and pay for my habits.
Well, there you go. I thought you have one now.
I know, but I need one to pay for the, people mind.
Welcome, Johnny Midnight. Preston Poulter is the one into torture. Stupendous 989 says, I love that all you guys can still laugh in ComicsGate. That's what the goal in the campaign was all about. That Star Wars guy. Jetsabel was laughing throughout the whole movie.
That's Baz. Baker.
Hail. Calling it Spaceball while I was dying inside. Yeah, they totally destroyed Luke's character.
Oh my God.
And as far as I'm concerned, they also destroyed Han and Leia's characters too.
They had so many opportunities. I was just so disappointed. And then what they did with Leia too when she went into space.
Yeah, Leia Poppins.
I was like, what the fuck is that? And then Holdo, like I was just like, it was a laugh fest for me. It was so like a long neck. No.
Oh man.
It's too forced. You see, like I'm a woman, as you know, right? You could see that, right? So I would be. It should be that I'm okay, and I should be excited to see more women, right, playing these roles, and to be like, oh my God, this is so cool, yeah. But I wasn't. I wasn't excited because it's not natural. When it's natural, like Leia was natural. Leia was a badass.
Oh yeah.
Even Princess Vespa was a badass, right? Princess Vespa from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Badass. So like I don't need you to preach to me about females and being empowered. That's bullshit. That killed it for me.
Yeah. Same.
Leia Poppins.
Yeah. Testify says our dumb show is Spaceballs times 10. Hey, hail Wolverine. Good to have you.
Hello.
Spaceballs, only bigger. Even Froggo can afford our wristbands. Still love you, dude.
How much is the shipping?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. What if they kill you in the shipping? It's like $25. Luke became a creepy uncle who sneaks into his nephew's bedroom at night. Call Chris Hansen.
I said, why would they turn him into a molester uncle? That's so creepy. Of course he's going to want to kill him.
Yeah.
$9 total, shipped to your door with tracking, bags, and boarding.
Ah. Bagged and boarded? For a wristband?
For a wristband. You want to make sure it comes in shape, you know?
Oh, well, that's true. The
How long? Huh?
You were saying?
No, I was going to ask you, how long have you been in ComicsGate?
I'd say since September, October 2019. So I came in at maybe about 2 years into the movement or so. Because it seemed to have started around 2016.
Yeah, I got in like the fall of 2017.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of the people you followed on YouTube in Fandom Menace?
Richard and the Star Wars girl. Richard Meyer.
Your boy Zach.
Yeah, and Geeks and Gamers. Who else? The Quartering.
Yeah.
All the people that I can't remember. Those are the ones that I, just listening to videos and watching the whole thing fall apart.
Oh yeah, I know.
And of course, Ethan, when he broke the whole Rose Tico dolls. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that is how I went from following Fandom Menace exclusively to learning about ComicsGate eventually.
Yeah, me too, pretty much.
Yeah, it was interesting how it kind of segued.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, hearing these guys talk, I mean, how can you not be ComicsGate if you are Phantom Menace? It's the same, pretty much the same thing, the same things we're fighting for. I mean, ComicsGate is a little more precise when it comes to the comics, and it's a little more complicated because, like I was saying before, you have these big pros, but then you also have the indie creators that are not as known and trying to get their names out there. You know, so that's where it becomes a little more complicated because CG needs to be something bigger and something more so that it can create a place for these artists, you know? And I thought that that's what Ethan and John and all these other great people who have done a lot for CG, I thought that that's what they were going to bring to the table with their notoriety, that they were going to use their power, you know, yeah,
popularity,
to bring light to all these other artists. I mean, John Malin was doing that for a while, and so was Ethan. But it seems like now they haven't been doing that. If they've been doing it, it hasn't been with everyone. It's just been I don't know.
Not as much as before. Not as much as before. Yeah.
It's not as much as before, and it's a select few. Like for instance, I'm going to give you an example. Lost Pages. Why hasn't Ethan promoted the Lost Pages as much as he has promoted others? I don't think he has promoted it yet. And it was the last day, it was yesterday. The Lost Pages is a great comic. The Sage Comics, the Diaz brothers have already delivered with one. This is their second campaign. They've already proven themselves. They are great with the customers. They delivered a quality product. They're up to their second one. Why wouldn't you promote them? Why wouldn't you put them up in the highlights so that they can make more money? They only made like $20,000 in their campaign. They should have made a lot more money than that.
How did it compare with their original campaign?
I think they made double. But still, it should have made more. I have Magic Cup right here. It was an amazing book. Okay? It's a great book. Great feel, great quality. It finishes. You have, like, I want more.
Did you end up getting the t-shirt?
I got the t-shirt, but I am well endowed and it didn't fit me. So my niece has been inheriting the t-shirts that I get.
Oh, do you have to make an adjustment by getting like the next size up or something from what you would normally expect to wear?
I normally do, but I just forget it. I just give up. I just buy it, and then if it fits, great. If it doesn't fit, I give it to my niece or my sister. Like we have every size in this house. But you see, this is the feel of it. It's so soft. It's like it has that satin cover on it.
Oh, a set. A
Yeah,
set.
it feels good. It's heavy. It's nice and
Yeah, look how thick it is. Damn.
yeah. You get a great complete story. And look at the art inside. This is just a random page.
So you've already read that book?
Oh, I read it. I loved it, and my niece read it. And then there's a part where he becomes like he's remembering, and it becomes a little like psychedelic, very blurry. But the art is phenomenal. I enjoyed it very much.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's a fun story, Three detectives out there solving crime. Feel good story, But he should have been promoted more, I think.
Yeah, I mean they're doing a hell of a job, Z Comics, in promoting it, but yeah, they should get more eyeballs. Hail Statistical Zero, thanks for coming in. Hi, WyzGyz. Hi, Jetsabel. Hi, chat. Just popping in for a couple minutes to show some support.
And listen, I'm not telling anybody what they need to do because it's their channel, right?
Right.
And it's their life. They don't have to do anything for anybody, right?
Right.
That being said, right? They don't have to. They don't have to. It's true. They could do whatever they want.
Right.
I just wish, right? My question is, where is ComicsGate then? And what is ComicsGate? Because I read a tweet by Vickyverse, and she wrote something about how, ComicsGate, is it only about the big guys? If you look at the top 25, the ones that are making the big money are the ones that are in Ethan's circle. As much as I want to say she's wrong,
right,
I can't argue that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because look at Carla Torrielli's book, Green Reaper 2, 1 and 2. They didn't make much money.
Yeah, it needs to make more. It's got to make more because it's a good book. It's a
good book. So my question is, what is lacking? What is it that people want? Is ComicsGate, are the people in ComicsGate interested in just the pros? What will it take for them to back the other creators that are coming up? Because I think that the only way that they're going to get known and they're going to get to that level is if they're exposed. Like part of me being in ComicsGate, part of the things that I love is being part of something new.
Yeah.
Being part of a creation of something that hasn't been yet, right?
Right.
Yeah, Iron Sights is great because it's a new concept, right? It's by somebody new.
Right.
Okay? Rob Muerto's book is somebody new. Maybe they've been drawing for a very long time, but this is a new concept, it's a new idea. And the fact that I was part of that process, the fact that I was getting emails every time there was a new page or every time there was a new tier, and every time I get these updates and I get emails from the artists, and I'm part of that process. For me, it's worth the money that I'm putting in, because to me it's an investment of my time, an investment into the artist that's coming up. I'm going to invest in your talent. You have it, you want to make a book, I'm going to help you. That's what ComicsGate is about for me,
Right.
So it's not so much about the big pros. It's about, do you have a good story to tell? Are you creative? Do you have are you a goddamn good artist?
Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, I gotta agree with you there.
No more gatekeepers.
Right, exactly. I think along the point you were making, I think the closest we're coming to is like with Mandy Summers and Malin when they promote the smaller books. Um, Red Valkyrie and
That's great. The Red Valkyrie, but she just broke 1,000 subs.
yeah,
It took forever for her to do that. Why? Where is ComicsGate? Like sometimes I put on the tweets, come on, my ComicsGate people. So where are you? Because I know you're there. Because I see in Ethan's streams you have 2,000 people watching.
yeah. You'd think that we'd be able to easily push content creators, and promoters, in no time.
At least in the promotion. Fine, you can't buy every comic that's out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ridiculous, right? But at least promote it, because if you can't buy it, somebody else can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and in that we can become a community that's tighter together. But with all this fighting and all this division going on, people don't want to share each other's tweet because this one knows that person and this one knows that other person.
Right.
And before you know it, you're canceling each other out and you're unsubbing to each other's channel because you don't want to promote them and you don't want that person to be monetized. It's ridiculous and it's childish. It's like we're supposed to. Yeah, ComicsGate is love, and I love it, and I've been loved. But you know what? Let's show that love, and let's show that love to each other.
Good point. Good point.
This love. Let's show the love. Where's the love?
Speaking of showing love, Froggo sells his body for hobby money now. It's how he bought Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima, yeah, I want that game.
Yeah, it looks pretty darn cool. I saw it. We looked at the game in one of my other streams briefly, or at least we looked at the trailer. I think it was in the stream where we were trying to get some more subs to Shay's channel. Yeah, along the same lines as Froggo, I go out on the street corner frequently and show some leg, but I've never gotten any takers, so. Yes, customer service for sure. That's a huge part of ComicsGate. Wolverine says, well, they erased the whole Mara Jade thing, so Luke's been all alone with his lightsaber and leftism for a long time. Maybe nephews start looking good at some point.
Okay.
And then Geeks and Gamers was the start of me finding ComicsGate too.
But it wasn't Anna so much, because Anna, I don't know about her being ComicsGate. I'm sorry. She's F.A.M.I.L.Y Menace, but she did lead the way in terms of me finding Richard C. Myers, right? Because it was F.A.M.I.L.Y Menace. But let's be clear about what we're talking about. Because speaking F.A.M.I.L.Y Menace is not speaking ComicsGate. We were not speaking ComicsGate, and we were not speaking comics when I ran into Anna. Okay? We were speaking Star Wars.
Right.
Which is different. Now, speaking the politics of Star Wars, I ran into Richard C. Myers, and then then I ran into Ethan, and we started talking about this whole industry of the comic book industry, which affected me a lot because as a teacher, right, and as a lover of books, it affects me a lot because kids are being indoctrinated. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's not just about kids, and it's not just about because a lot of these books that I buy are not even for kids. I mean, if you look at Blue Mamba, that book is definitely not for kids. But it's about the infiltration of our culture and our media, right? It's taking place. It's happening everywhere. And before we know it, we won't have anywhere to go to just escape the politics. It's in sports, it's in our theater, it's in our movies,
ridiculous.
Our books, it's in our music, and there's no escape. So for me, I was like, oh no. If I can be a part of something that is going to preserve the art and the storytelling, then I want to be a part of it. And so, ComicsGate.
Bass says, ComicsGate started with your boy Zach, Captain Cummings, and Doug Ernst. Yeah.
Yep.
I used to follow your boy Zach, and then I also followed like World Class Bullshitters.
Yes.
Nerdrotics.
Yes.
Overlord DVD, Doomcock,
Yes.
Geeks and Gamers. Yeah.
Yeah. But I was very quiet. You know, I've been trained for so many years to be quiet on social media
Uh-huh.
that I was always quiet on the background, very afraid to speak. Because as a teacher, you don't have a voice. You have to be very quiet. You get crucified
Yeah.
if you express yourself. So I was trained to be very quiet for a very long time. So finally, I'm beginning to feel this freedom. It's like I can talk. I can talk and I won't get fired. Wait, will they take away my pension?
Right.
No, they can't do that. Wait, can they?
What was the turning point where you realized you can be free to be yourself in streams and in Fandom Menace and ComicsGate?
It took a while after me not working. It took a while. It's just little by little, I started engaging more and more in the chat rooms, in the YouTube. But then the live stream, the live chats go away, so you could say things. And yeah, and then little by little, I just started speaking out more. You know.
So there wasn't like any particular or momentous event that took place where you went, "Oh, I'm really connecting to so and so," or "I'm really connected to this kind
Well, I'm only vocal when it comes to ComicsGate.
Uh-huh.
For the most part, like if you go into my Twitter, well, I left Facebook. I can't be on Facebook because all my friends are lefties and all my family is in the left. So if I were to write anything, it's like I would be disowned. So I just decided not to pick that fight, and I just left Facebook. I mean, it's still there, but
Right.
I can't. I for my own sanity and my own health, I can't. I choose not to fight that battle. So I don't go on Facebook. I refuse to. Sorry. So Twitter is it's less personal, right? And Twitter is just who you follow and who you know. It's not friends. They don't get to access all your pictures.
Yeah.
On Facebook, you befriend somebody and they have access to all your photos.
Yeah.
Twitter is different. So Twitter gave me a little bit more of a push. So when they start talking about ComicsGate is a hate group and stuff like that, you know, it gives me the push to want to say something. Like, yeah, well, I'm Dominican. How dare you say that?
Oh man.
Somebody called me a Nazi once, or said something about me being a cow. Or, I don't know. They insulted me, and I got upset.
That's ridiculous.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Let's see here. Fraga says my income is going to quadruple in 3 weeks, and I'll be back to spending hundreds a month on comics and shit. Yeah. Stupendous says anyone can be a creator. We proved it. You just got to have an idea and take action. Get off your butt and do something. Make history. Yep, Zayd Brothers for sure. Hail Zayd because he didn't kiss the ring. I support them both actually. Let's see, but that's also partially why I started my channel. You know, I got so passionate about what Fandom Menace was saying. I got so passionate about what ComicsGate was saying. And I started seeing all these projects, especially on Indiegogo, that are ComicsGate books that go unfunded. And it kind of pissed me off. And I wanted to find some way to promote people, the smaller creators, and try and get them some eyeballs. I mean, I'm a tiny channel, but hopefully in time I'll grow it to be bigger and bigger and be able to better support these smaller creators or those who, you know,
those up and coming ones.
Yeah, there you go.
Up and coming.
The other parts of CG needs to grow out of the EVS circle. Yeah. Preach it, sister. Our last update was the digital proof of the wristbands. Customer interaction is key.
I'm gonna print the sticker of it and I'm gonna glue it.
Max Works, welcome. Hoi hoi, I have arrived. Good to have you. Yeah, you know how they do, how some campaigns have those, blocks figures?
Yes.
Well,
Paper bracelet.
yeah, you can have a paper version of the bracelet. you just punch out the perforated section and then you have a bracelet right there. All right, take care, Statistical Zero. Sorry I got to your message so late. Let's see here. Don't show the love, you'll get your channel taken down. I do think some people are just trying to buying some CG books because they want a piece of celebrity. Glad they do, but if Ethan left, so would they.
You know, there may be some truth to that. Which means then what does that mean for ComicsGate and everybody else? Then there is no ComicsGate.
Right.
Then there's the Ethan show.
Right.
And stop saying so much that there's a ComicsGate movement and that is the customers. Then all that is just bullshit. All that is just air up my ass so that we can support you and support what you're doing and have your back. Then there is no CG. If that's the case. But I'm going to say that there is a CG because I have all these comics from great artists that have produced quality work.
Yeah.
I only have one comic from Ethan. So if Ethan is CG, in 3 years, Ethan has only produced one comic. So he's holding it together with one comic.
Right.
You think he's going to hold my interest for 3 years? I'm ADHD. There's no way that you're going to be able to hold my interest for 3 years talking shit about other people. I'm sorry, that drama doesn't catch me. If every time I'm going to turn on your show, all you're doing is shitting on other people, you're going to turn me away. So I don't always listen to Ethan because every time it's just another drama talking about somebody else and how I shouldn't like so-and-so. And you know what? I listen to him and it's great, but there are moments that I can't. It's been 3 years of listening to him.
Right.
So that charm is gone. So I'm sorry. And I bought the honeycomb. I can talk about it because I'm a buyer. I bought that honeycomb box. I'm waiting for my Cyberprog. I'm waiting for my Android. But it's been one book. And I ordered the Unfortunate Tales and I ordered the Reckless Planet. I've ordered all of them, but I don't have them. I only have one book. Meanwhile, I have a stack of collection of books that are from other artists that every time I show back, he's like, who's that? I don't know who that is. Who's that? Because I'm in the other circles, so I get to see the promotions of other artists. Every time somebody promotes, I'm looking at Indiegogo. I'm looking at the list of books. I'm looking. So yeah. I'm into other circles. I'm into the other channels. So I get to see what ComicsGate is.
Yeah.
Just on the EPS show. It's just so much bigger than that. That's why I have 178 contributions.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know if you caught a glimpse, but when I had that browser shared earlier, I have lots and lots of tabs in one of my other browsers that is intended to, keep me abreast of projects I'm following on Indiegogo. So I probably have over, 20 or 30 tabs open? Actually, it might be more than that now. Mm-hmm. But all these tiny little things here are different tabs. Oh, wait, I don't even know if you can see my cursor. I
can't.
Really see. So everything, now you can see it. Everywhere it says GO for Indiegogo is another tab. So some of them are things I've already backed, but I'm trying to decide whether or not to back it again. Because, as campaigns progress, some tiers will drop off and other tiers will come into fruition. Mm-hmm. So sometimes they'll release something really cool that I'll want to get, maybe a t-shirt, a poster, something like that. And yeah, I've got a combination of the big ones and the smaller ones and some in between. That was Ardana. That's Fragaboom. I got Chateau Obsidian. That's actually going to be closing shortly, as I
I
understand.
didn't get that one. Did it get funded?
I think it's classified as funded, but it could have gotten more. The goal was 500 pounds. Wait, let's see right here. So it doubled it. It doubled the goal. But there's still time to back it while it's in demand. As I understand it, it's ending in like, I think in, oh wow, ending in, is it 4 or 5 days? So definitely anyone who's been interested in Chateau Obsidian or want to check out this interesting new book, definitely consider backing it. There
used to have a list, right, of ComicsGate artists. I don't get that anymore.
Oh, you mean you would be emailed a list or something?
No, he used to have this list on, I forgot the name of the channel. But he used to put up a list of artists of but this was a while back.
Was this a list?
I think it was Indicron or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think that was one of them. There was this other one where it. Oh, I think I found it. Hold on. This other site that tracked projects that are ComicsGate books. It doesn't. I don't think it's like an in-depth database keeping track of all the artists, writers, letterers, and things like that. But it shows the progress of ComicsGate books. Let me bring it up. This one.
Okay.
Does that look familiar to you?
Yeah, I've seen that on Twitter being shared.
Is this the same or different from what you were used to?
It's different. The other one I think was run by Edwin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think.
And that's old because they don't get along anymore. So there was so much division. I mean, at least before you had different people that were willing to manage and were willing to take on that task.
Right. This one, from what I can tell, seems pretty comprehensive. And for anyone interested, I'll put it in the chat what the URL is for anyone who wants to check it out. Let's see. Wolverine says, to be fair, if I got off my butt more often, I'd be getting much less drawing done.
That's true.
Kev Pot, welcome. Kev Pot has 90 CG books. Max Ward says, so wow, so many contributions, insanely crazy, super. Stupendous is at close to 60 backings of CG books. We, the fans, keep it going, not the e-celebs. Yep. That's a fact. And that's what the fandoms who are part of Fandom Menace are. They're the ones who made the IPs, these popular movie franchises, what they are.
Yep.
If people didn't enjoy them and didn't flock to the theaters, and if they weren't willing to catch the newest sequel to the movie by standing outside of the theater 5 days in advance, then they wouldn't be anywhere near as popular as they are today.
Mm-hmm.
Alice Matt Film says Street Champion Road Warrior Drake has some amazing backers, but that campaign is nothing without its backers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bass says Indicron.
Indicron.
Edwin
Backers are promoters, really, because I think I do a lot more promoting than buying.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
sharing.
Exactly. When let's see here. Stupendous is talking to Kev, saying, "Thanks, buy a wristband." Stefani says, "Someday my campaign will be in this list."
There you go.
Absolutely, absolutely. Excuse me. So what's cool about this is, it's got all these different colors, and I like colors, and it helps me make sense of things. Uh, it, it. What's interesting is Blade Devil, Raging Golden Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
He was not really bumped up by the big
And he's
people like EVS and John Malin and stuff, to my knowledge, until like his campaign was already underway and doing pretty well. And he's at 225,000. He's doing a great job with this project. But a lot of it had to do with the fact that he built up a YouTube following. So I think he had something like 60,000 followers, or was it less than that? But yeah, he turned out to be a real success story.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
There's a lot of these titles that I really think need more eyeballs on it. I think Foreign Agent should be higher. There's Replicators ended. All right. Lost Pages is a good project. It should be doing better. Camel Moon's Hail Cell is doing pretty good.
Perfect 10 should have done so much better.
I know. I agree.
That book, and the art is great. The story is great. Everything about it is great.
I think I came in too late. Yeah, that project ended. It really should have done much better than this, because it really did look good. I think I either came in on it too late, or I dropped the ball and thought I backed it but failed to do so in time. So I'm hoping to get in on the sequel.
Yeah, I came into it and then I got it right away. So I think I came into it towards the end.
Gotcha.
But I'm so glad. Well, hopefully they'll do a part 2, and then you'll be able to get the first and second.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I hope they do, because it's really, look at this. It's a beautiful book.
Me too.
She's badass. I mean, it looks simple, but like.
Skits is another cool book. I'm
looking forward to that. I actually got all 3 because there was no way I couldn't choose which story to get.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 3 unique stories told from different perspectives.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a trip.
That sounds like a great idea.
I thought you were going to tell me that you backed the tier that had the straitjacket.
Well, that would be getting kinky.
Oh my gosh.
No, I need my freedom.
I hear that. Stupendous says, "Whose list is that? I got to tweet at him and get on there. I'm a CG creator." I have $554 to add to that list. Fully funded 24 days ago.
Way to go, Stupendous.
Max Works created his Indiegogo account today. All right. Typing campaigning stuff at the moment on the side. All right. And it will be glorious, responding to Stefani. Yep. Fantastic. Let's see. So, yeah, Grim Reaper 2. We're at 7682. This has got to get higher.
Number 41. Number 44? Wait, let me look at the page. Grim Reaper number 48.
Oh, okay. Your backer 48?
No, I'm saying that it's at number 48.
Oh, all right. In the ranking, yeah.
The ranking.
We got to get that higher. I want to see it cross 10,000 minimum.
Wow, I have so many of these books, and there's so many that I didn't get because I was too late, and others because I just couldn't. I should just check out how many of these I had.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. Oh, Absolute is a book I've been pushing pretty hard. They're at 7,055. Was that?
I think I got Absolute. I mean, I backed it.
Cool. Yeah, because that got fully funded, I think, last week. Let's see.
Red Eyes, More Lethal.
Super Harem. Oh, Hammer just got funded.
I backed Hammer.
Nice. Yeah, so we got to get.
I backed Terra Olympus. I'm going from the bottom. Onslaught, SOS, Legends of Frostra Saga. I backed that. Tilt.
Nice.
Backed that. Sloro Squad.
Did you back Adventures of Kim Il-sung and Best Korea?
No.
What?
No, I didn't back it, but it's gone, right?
I think it's still going.
No.
I think it's in demand still. Hold on. Because let me pull it. Oh, I was on the right screen to begin with. As you can see, it's in my recent list, my recent search results. Yeah, so it's in demand. Check it out.
I'll check it out.
The Kim Il-sung not chromium cover. So he does all the lettering by hand and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Check it out.
And there's even kind of an engraving look to it.
Oh, look at that. I backed the MAGA Magnificent Seven by John. That looks going to be amazing. I can't wait.
No. No, let me. What the heck? All right, sorry about that.
I have Squad, Eudaimonia. I backed that. Psycho 666. I just got it. I have to read it. Hammer, Super Harem. I got. I wasn't crazy with my cover. I got the wraparound cover, but the inside of the book is great.
Which one are you referring to?
Super Harem.
Super Harem? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Super Harem cover.
That looks really good inside.
Let's see.
What else? Green Reaper I got. Grayscale I got. Elysian Fields I got. Great cover.
Yeah, Elysian Fields.
The story. Cozer I'm looking into. I want it, but I have to think about the shipping.
Which one?
Cozer?
Kozor.
Yeah, I'm looking.
That's it. Let's see. I'm probably staring right at it. Where is it? What number?
4.
Wait, what? Where?
44.
44?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Kozor's already at 88.91. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Goal is 1436, so it's already funded. Wow. That's doing pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, it's coming from. I mean, I back a lot. I've backed a lot coming from Australia. And the UK.
Oh yeah, me too.
But right now, I'm just like, I still have a month. Doomsday I backed, The Pretend, Deep Well I backed, Flying Fortress.
Yeah. Deep Well looks cool.
Yeah, I got Flying Fortress. I gotta read it.
I got this one, the Battle Damage version. And with the Battle Damage campaign, it was all the imperfect copies. And when I received mine, it was like, it almost looked like mint condition.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful book.
Yeah, it's a testament to quality. How the creators are wanting to deliver the best they can, and not have it arrive damaged or screwed up.
You know what? I don't see. Let me see this. I don't see something here. I got Skits. The Fact is Homescorn. I backed Johnny Phantasm. I got it. It's a great book. Captain Love. I backed Rocket Gal. I backed Three Nights. I backed Pandemic. I backed Six Gun Gorilla. I backed Shadow Sentry. I don't remember if I did. But I look. Lost Pages. Left Replicator. I backed Way of the Gun. I backed Lucent. I backed Graduation Day. I backed Real Life back, To the Woods, love that book. Vegetables 2 I backed and won. Black and White, great book. Downcast I backed. Battle Make, Maiden Knuckle Bomb. You see my accent comes out?
Yeah, Battle Main Knuckle Bomb looks good.
Yeah. It's like a tongue twist for me. Peregrine I backed.
Oh yeah, definitely Peregrine for sure.
Pandemic, Xenotype I backed, the Shinu I backed, Battle Brick Road, As You're Told, Do As You're Told, Graveyard.
Oh, you did the Do As You're Told one.
Yeah, and then all the ones on the top. What I don't see there is a whole bunch of books that I don't see there. I don't see the Ballad of Dusty Tortillas. I don't see Samurai and Dinosaurs. I don't see Guardians of Airlock.
Let me see. Is there any way to? I don't see a way to.
I don't see Brand. I don't see. Yeah, I said Ballad of Dusty Tortillas, right?
Yeah.
Is Iron Sights there? I didn't see Asgard. Black Forest. I got the Case of Little Umbrella. I didn't see Caius, The Story of Blood and Stone.
Huh.
I didn't see Savage Swordsman. I didn't see Necromancer.
Now these are all titles that you already own, right? That you
already own, yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying to
through CG.
Yeah.
You know, Graveyard Ship, Vampirella, I have that. Cyberfrog, Lone Star, Lone Star, because he was CG, the Six Gun Samurai.
What did you think of Lone Star?
I loved it.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I have, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. And then I have the Six Gun Samurai. I like his art. You know, wait, where's the camera? Look at the art in this book.
No, who is that from?
This is Mike Miller.
Really? Oh, wow.
Wait, let me see. Tell you exactly. Created by Mike S. Miller. I'm gonna tell you, I have Lone Star. Wait, which ones I have? I have Lone Star, Heart of a Hero, and then I have what is it? Soul of a Soldier, the second one, and then I have Meg. I have a lot of books from Mike Miller. That's why they talk so much shit about him. I'm like, why? He's delivering on his books. Leave him alone. So
it seemed like at oh yeah, Meg. I remember hearing about that. That's also one of Mike S. Miller's?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because it seemed like he was doing well with most of his books. I think he mainly had a hiccup with Lone Star. Now, which one is this?
This one is Deal with the Devil.
Oh, okay. Huh. That's interesting.
I got this a while back. This has been a long, I mean, this is what, more than a year ago already? Because I've been here, what, 2 years?
Uh-huh.
So I've got these a while back already.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
What else? Something Real. Something Real. Stealing Solo. That's another one.
Oh, you got Stealing Solo.
I got Stealing Solo.
I missed out on that. It sounds like he's gonna. It sounds like he's gonna have another campaign and make the first issue available. in that. Is that a pretty good book? Did you read it?
I haven't read it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know why I had these in this binder, and I totally forgot that there's a whole bunch of books in here that I haven't read. You know what it is? When I got these, I know exactly what happened. I went through cancer last year, and it was really bad. It was colon cancer, so I went through a whole period of recuperation, and so I was getting stuff, and it was just put to the side. I'm better.
Good.
I'm good, thank you. But yeah, I'm a cancer survivor. I can add that to my identity list.
There you go. Damn straight.
I love it the way that people just introduce themselves. Or, hi, I'm Jetsabel, and I'm a cancer survivor, Dominican. Yeah. I got the berserkernauts, the abductables. Yep, battle. I got the. Oh my God! Did you see the titties on the battle maiden knuckle bombs? Her body is crazy, and Damcast.
Right.
Yeah. Now some of these campaigns I backed more than once because I got different tiers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that was just one book.
The same.
Yeah, but there was there's a lot of books that are not on that list, right? Like the Ferryman is not on there, Hybrids is not on there, Hero is not on there.
Yeah, those shit. Oh, you know what? It might be because these are listed as 2020.
Oh, maybe that's why. Okay.
So
the Venus is not on there by Vinny.
Oh yeah.
You know, Through the Woods. It's Through the Woods there.
I thought I saw Through the Woods.
Ferryman. That was an amazing. I loved it.
Oh, cool.
Was Mary Boys on that list?
I'm not sure. I was looking for it earlier, then I got sidetracked. But that's also a really good book.
It's a lot going on besides those that you see there, you know. And I've been pretty happy. I'm happy. I have a very nice collection.
Oh yeah, for sure. I hear that. Mary Boys is pretty awesome. This is also organized by pre-launch titles.
Oh yeah, I've signed up for so many.
And then
I can't wait. You know which one I'm really excited for? Undead Border.
What is it?
Infestation, Undead Border.
Oh.
Escape or Die by 6x6 Comics.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I heard of that one. All right. Then there's some archived ones: Goodland, The Executioner, and Offworlder. And then friendlies. Oh, all right. CG friendly. Art T Bear. I thought Art T Bear was full on CG, but I guess.
I think. Well, I've had the impression that he was. He's done a lot of videos with other CG artists. I backed his book. I have black and white.
Oh yeah, me too. I have this title too. Oh, whoops. All right, so that one closed. I got in on it before it ended, and I did a PO box opening, and that's one of the things I got recently. Yeah, Anna, that Star Wars girl presents Vampirella.
I didn't get that one.
I got it. I love her stuff.
She would have done what she did on the sketch card.
Oh yeah.
Sketch card was very good art. If she would have done that for the cover, it would have been different. But I wasn't very happy.
I hear you.
I mean, not my taste.
Let's see, Dan Fraga. I would consider he's CG. I don't know why it's on this list.
Dan Fraga?
Yeah.
Yeah, is his work on there?
Limited edition Black Flag cover. Oh, maybe
I got that. I just got it in the mail.
Cool. Billy Tucci, Bring Back Miss Fury. Mara
Miss Fury.
Orgasm Girl. The Mighty Mascots are back. And Florida.
This book, by the way, and this is a perfect statement of what ComicsGate is about. When I got it, I had no idea there was lesbian love in it. I had no idea that she was a lesbian because it was not what her character is about. She's a spy, right? She's a double agent and she's out on a mission. So they, it was advertised as the Atomic Blonde, right? Because I got both covers, and look how beautiful she is. And
Blue Mamba.
Blue Mamba. It turns out there's, LGBT stuff going on or alphabet stuff going on in there.
Really?
But so what, right? There's representation, but it's not forced.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the main identity of the comic. Who cares? See?
Exactly.
That's her lover. Who cares?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Does she have curly hair or is that dreadlocks?
I think her hair. I don't know.
All right.
Let's ask the artist. It looks like curly hair.
That's a pretty good picture. I like that.
It looks like curls. I don't know, but it could be dreadlocks.
That's a cool cover. I like that.
That's a good question. I didn't think about that. But yeah, that's the back cover.
Oh,
that's a pinup. That's a pinup.
Oh, all right. Nice.
See? Look how pretty.
Yeah.
Badass story.
Nice. Yeah. Absolutely.
And they talk so much stuff about us being a hate group.
Yeah. It's a joke. Felix Haas says Vestige 2 is doing good.
Yes, I'm very happy for them. Because they were, for a moment, they had received a lot of negative campaign for the book.
Right.
And I'm sorry. One thing is what you do on a personal level, and another thing is a professional level. I don't think that you should target a person's profession because of what they do in their personal life. I don't think the two things should be mixed. You know what I mean? Like you say something stupid, so I'm going to go after your book.
Right.
And that's for me, that's what was going on. And I didn't like that very much. Quality.
Baz was asking about Grim Reaper. It has not shipped. I think they are really, really close to fulfilling. They're just doing some last-minute things for the book. But I think they're coming really close to starting fulfillment. Have you heard any updates on Grim Reaper 2 that I haven't?
The same thing. They're in fulfillment.
All right.
They're in the process. Yeah.
Max Works says, Jetsabel, if you back mine, you don't need to worry about shipping if all works out.
Which one is Max?
I don't think his campaign's up yet.
Okay. If you write it down there, I'll keep an eye out.
Wow, 6-gun gorilla. That is really thick. Cool.
It is. It looks really good. I'm going to put aside. I have to make sure I read. Oh, there was so much going on at that time, and I have to make sure I have to read those 3 books by my book.
Yeah, I backed 6-gun gorilla. It looks pretty darn cool. I've backed a bunch of projects, but I haven't read any of them yet. I gotta sit right down and devote some time to.
You see, the thing is, my trick is as soon as I get them, I read them because once I put it down, I put it away, I forget it. So the ones that I haven't read, it's because either I was not around or like I didn't receive them I didn't get them when they came, so they were put aside.
Yeah.
But I've been doing like. What I had started doing was reading them and making little notes on the back.
You mean
little card and making little notes on the back because I have a horrible memory. And once I read it, to go back and remember little details, it's terrible. So I was like, okay, I need to make myself a note so that when I go back and I want to talk about this particular book, I can remember some details and I can remember what I liked and disliked about it.
Oh, all right. There you go. I might have
That's
asked.
a teacher in me.
I might have asked you this before, but do you have a YouTube channel right now?
No.
All right.
I prefer that way. I'll channel hop.
So you don't have any plans to like create a channel and like do comic book reviews or discuss pop culture? Or...
Not yet. That is too much pressure.
That's fair enough. Let's see here.
I prefer not to know the comments that come after.
Yes, Escape or Die looks great, says Max Works. Wolverine asks what you taught, if you don't mind saying.
Middle school English and theater. So I taught how to read and write essays. How to read to learn, as opposed to how to learn to read. Get it? So it's tough when children are at that age that they need to learn. They need to read to learn, but yet they don't know how to read, and it's a shame because you have to teach them both at the same time, simultaneously. But yeah, I was an English teacher, but I consider myself a life teacher, skills teacher, social worker, thinking teacher. Nah. And I also taught theater, drama.
So in the English classes, did you also teach like the students who might have had learning disabilities and that might have caused some of their issues with the reading?
Yes.
Their ability to read?
Yes, I had students especially with learning disabilities.
Okay.
And I taught students in honors classes, but I also taught inclusion classes and classes with students with learning disabilities, special education.
I'm sorry, I missed like the last couple sentences. It sounded like your voice kind of got muted.
Special education, students with learning disability.
Oh, okay, awesome.
I've taught all of them, and I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. I've taught along the whole spectrum.
So what's your favorite age range of children to teach?
Okay, at first I would say it was the 8th grade. 8th grade, I like their personality and I like their demeanor. However, I'm going to say that 6th grade, I like them because you're in time to save them. You have more of a molding influence when they're in the 6th grade. Plus, because when they're with you in the 6th grade, you're still there. So they come back to you in the 7th grade and they come back to you in the 8th grade. So like I never had a free lunch period. I always have my 7th and 8th graders come to me during my lunch period. So you have that influence in them, you know, you keep a relationship. So it's not just a 1-year relationship when they come to you in the 8th grade, that's it, they're gone. They come to you in the 6th grade and you keep that relationship with them 6th, 7th, and 8th, so it's a longer, you know.
Right.
I like the 6th grade.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And in theater, what kinds of plays did you throw?
Shakespeare. I did Romeo and Juliet, Othello, Macbeth, Midsummer Night's Dream.
Wow.
As You Like It. I think that's it. I did it for 5 years, so that's it.
Did you actually have when you went to school? Did you actually study theater as well? Is that how you earned the experience and credentials to teach?
Well, yes, I did study theater, but in high school. I didn't have any credentials whatsoever, other than I'm a drama queen. They told me there's a vacancy. You have a slot open, and you get to pick what you want to teach. It was called a talent class, and they told me, "What do you want to do with that period?" I said, "Can I teach theater?" And they were like, "Sure." And so I taught theater.
Well, that's
Not like I have an English, like I have an English degree to teach English, right? Look at me, I have an accent. It was the funniest thing because when I get upset or when I get nervous, my accent is really thick. So I will have these really smart asses telling me, "Who you think you are? You're an English teacher with an accent." And I'm like, "Yeah, you want to know who I am?"
not the look.
Now look.
Do you ever get requests to teach English abroad in other countries?
Yes, I did in Dubai.
Oh, wow. Do you actually do some of that as well?
What happened?
Did you actually take some of those offers as well? And
No, I didn't. I had two children.
oh,
I had
that,
two young sons to take care of.
that would be hard, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But I had experience teaching ESL and teaching English as a second language, so it would have been nice.
Nice. Wolverine says English and theater. Nice.
Yeah.
Good English teachers are gold. Yep.
They're hard to come by.
Yeah.
You don't understand like the impact that you have as an English teacher because you are in charge of that child's love of reading and love of writing. Like you can either make or break that child. I think it goes with any teacher really, but I mean reading is so important, writing is so important. You know, it's like you close a child's world to information and you close their door to whole new worlds,
Mm-hmm.
like the genie says, or it's like Aladdin says.
Yeah.
You do, because once you turn them off to reading, that's it, you know?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, you see the movies that they make nowadays, you could tell that they're for non readers, right? Everything is being told. Like, a good reader is able to decipher character traits and is able to tell and themes and is able to tell things within a story arc without being told. You don't need everything doesn't have to be given to you in order for you to understand. But
Right.
nowadays everything is so dry because everything has to be told to you. You can't. For instance, I was watching. I'll give you an example. The Old Guard. Now, the reason I watched that movie was not because it was a new breakthrough on gay, theater and gay movies. No, I watched it because it was based on a comic, and it was receiving great hype that it was going to be this great movie based on, interpretation of Ruckus's work. So I watch it. Oh my God, what a disappointment. They spent so much time focusing on their gayness that they didn't focus on how old they were and selling the characters and selling and convincing you that these characters were hundreds of years old and that they have a piece in history.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like this is one moment where these two guys, first of all, these two guys have been hugging and sleeping together this whole time. So obviously you're going to assume or infer that they have a romantic relationship. And it was fine. It was beautiful. Like I read into it that they were lovers, and it was okay. It was pretty. It was no big deal. They get captured, and they're in this van, and then all of a sudden, one of the captors punches the other one, and he goes, "Don't hurt him." And he goes, "What? He's your lover? He's your boyfriend or something?" And he goes into a speech. "He's not just my boyfriend. He's my light and day and my sun." Oh my God. It was so... And then he grabs him and kisses him.
Oh, gosh.
And that scene could have been, the movie could have been so much better without it. Like, instead of doing that, why don't you focus on how old you are and how many historic moments throughout life you've been and how you saved humanity? I think that would have been much more efficient to the movie and helping me understand you and convincing me that I should care about you as a character. I didn't care about any of the characters at the end of the day.
Is it a movie or
It's a movie on Netflix based on a comic book.
It's not a series though, right?
No, it's not a series. It's a one-time thing, but I don't recommend it.
Is it? Is it the one that Charlize Theron is in?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
She carries the whole movie. Without her, there wouldn't be a movie.
I keep hearing all this good stuff about it. That's unfortunate that they're not. That it wasn't very good and not true to the story, or they chose to, in their adaptation, they took a different route, if you will.
Throughout the whole thing, I was telling Baz, it's directed by a woman. How much you want to bet it was directed by a woman? And guess what? It was directed by a woman.
Oh my God.
There's this scene where Charlize Theron goes into a pharmacy because she gets stabbed and she wants to get some bandages and she doesn't want her team to know that she's wounded. So she goes in and she's shopping for bandages and she asks, is there a bathroom here? And then there's a chick behind the counter who's a lesbian. You know, you could tell by the I don't know, I guess it's how lesbians look. I didn't know that there was a look, okay? But just give them an earring and give them black hair and have them look emo, and I guess that's a lesbian look. Which is insulting, right? To lesbians.
Yeah.
So she goes, we don't have a bathroom. And then she goes, but we have a storeroom. And she takes her to the back to hear to her wounds. Who does that? You have a job. You work at a pharmacy. Who does that? Go to the farm. Did you even close the door to the pharmacy to take someone to the back and hear her wounds? It's just not believable. They're like the suspense of disbelief is just goodbye. Goodbye.
Wow.
Horrible. So, it wasn't worth
it. Yeah, so Wolverine said good English teachers are gold. Although now I'm imagining an entire class of preteens performing Shakespeare with learned Dominican accents.
I tried to give them good examples. Actually, my students performed at the Italia Theater during the 23rd Shakespeare birthday anniversary, and they performed with, oh my God, and I forget his name. Do you know the guy from Dead Poets Society, the guy that killed himself?
Oh, wait, you mean Robin Williams?
Not Robin Williams.
Oh, right.
The one that, the student that hangs himself.
Oh, I don't remember his name, but
he also worked in house. I mean, he's famous. I know. I always forget his name, and then I learn his name, and then I forget his name again. But anyway, he was there. A whole bunch of famous actors were there. My students got to perform A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I was like, "Oh my God, they're famous!" And I had to act all teacher-like, and I couldn't hold myself together. And my students were, the one that said, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," yes, in Dead Poets Society. And my students were like, "Miss Mejia, get yourself together. You're flirting."
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I used to make all the costumes. I made the set productions. I made everything because I'm very artistic. I'm very good with my hands. Like my father was a handyman. He's a do-it-all. So I learned how to use power tools. I know how to do, I could build stuff. I know plumbing, electricity, I know all that stuff.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I dabble.
Oh my God.
I was my father's, assistant when I was younger. So I used to do a lot of handiwork.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Baz, answering Madanui's question.
Greg Rocker, yes.
Discussing the Old Guard movie.
Yeah, we couldn't wait until it was over. And then they tried to do a whole, in Marvel at the end, how they have a character show up at the end. So I'm curious about if there's going to be another movie. They tried to play that off. And I was like, no, there is not going to be another I'm not watching you.
Oh, but you weren't prepared for the older guard. The sequel.
It's disappointing because I was really hoping that, I was like old soldiers, like warriors that have been defending the earth for a long time. They've been through history. It should be interesting. But I guess the most important aspect of their characters was that they were gay.
Unfortunately, they tried to make a point of shoving that in everywhere. Wolverine says, if Batwoman taught me anything, is that the urge to scissor trumps everything else.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was cringe and boring. Yep. Hey, Jason Black, how's it going? Thanks for joining us.
You have a nice group of people here.
Yeah, they're really cool. Very cool. Um, excuse me. So let's see. So you're backing a lot of comic books. What CG books are you most excited about? Like upcoming ones?
Well, I can't wait to get the Green Reaper. That should be coming soon.
Yeah, that'll be
I'm
cool.
waiting on from the sign up list. Like I said, Escape or Die on that order. That looks really, really good coming up. I don't know. I've got so many books. You know, the good thing is not thinking about it because when the mail, you back so many books. I don't keep up. Like I don't go check all the time because I like it when the mail comes. I like to be surprised.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
so
much the same way too. Yeah.
I'm like a kid. Ooh, I got a new package.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you back Cyberfrog? Sorry, Cyborg USA.
I don't remember.
Rob Casey's book.
I think I was kind of on the fence about it. Uh, has it already been fulfilled?
Yes. I don't know if I think they're done, but it was a great book.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. The art was very good. The story was very good.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad when there's so much controversy between the artists and then start fighting within each other because you tend to think, oh my God, like did I make a mistake? First of all, I don't follow other people, as you can tell, right? Because I'm CG and I'm still following Mike Miller. And to me, he's CG. I'm CG. I get to decide who's CG because I decide with my wallet,
Right. Sure.
right? And it's a movement of the people, and so he never left for me,
Right.
you know. So I'm not a sheep. I don't just follow everybody wherever they go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So people have their arguments. Have your argument. Don't involve me. You
Yeah.
know? When Cecil, I got upset when Cecil wrote, "If you back Vestige 2, then this is the kind of person that you are." In reference to a text regarding Anna's sister, I got upset because of that because I backed the book because I enjoyed the book. I backed the first one and it was a quality book. It's an excellent book.
Uh,
Vestige. I don't know if you backed it.
I received the first one. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, read it. It's good.
I've heard good things.
I enjoyed it very much.
Cool.
So when the second one came out, of course I'm gonna back the second one. I had a good experience with the first one, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So when you say things like that, like, "Oh, this is what you're backing when you back this," it's like this is cancel culture to me. Don't do that.
Right.
And you put me on the spot like that because I'm backing it and I'm sharing it. And when you say things like that, and we're part of the same community, we're supposed to be on the same side.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear
You
that.
know, I just think it's giving more ammunition to the other side to use against us. Because at the end of the day, we're all ComicsGate. So when you're putting up all this nonsense on the internet, you're just giving the other side more things to quote us on.
Yeah. Let's see. That was regarding the pharmacy chick just taking Thrawn in the back. Oh, okay. Oh, so the reference to
So if Batwoman taught me anything, is that the urge to scissor trumps everything else. Yeah, she left the pharmacy unattended to go to the storeroom. And then she gave a whole speech about none of us need to be alone. We all need to be loved.
Oh, did Charlize Theron's character actually uh, willingly accept the advances, or
It wasn't said. It was that they had a moment.
it had
Okay,
a,
it was implied.
okay.
Okay, for those of us who can read between the lines.
uh, all good. Just been lurking. Buy what you want. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's all about the customer in the end. You get what you dig. If you like the first issue and they release the second issue, go for it. It's just like with collecting regular comics. I mean, I personally started. I was collecting comics when I was young as well, but then I stopped. And I don't know if you heard or maybe saw one of my older streams where I mentioned that I got out of comics when the 75 cent books jumped up to like $1.50 or $1.75. So it's kind of a financial thing for me. And also, they started going down this path where they were starting to get more and more serious, and they were trying to incorporate real world and politics and things like that. And I always viewed comic books and toys and such as escapism. And when they started, leaving escapism and going more for realism, uh, and trying to bring in the drama and real world politics and stuff to comics, then I pretty much had it.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got into it wasn't until I started seeing Phantom Menace videos and then kind of segued into EVS's funny Star Wars videos that I got into comic books again, and that is ultimately is what reignited my passion for comic books again.
Yeah. No, this has really excited me. Like I'm excited about comics and the stories. And what's good is like none of them are the same, right? It's something new. I'm tired of the old thing. Like we need new stuff. Like Batman cannot be done better.
Right.
It's already been done. It's already been done. If I want a good Batman story, I'll go to the old ones.
Yeah.
If I want a good, they're messing it up.
Yeah, they are.
We've already had the good moments with those characters. That's it. Anything from that they can do is mess it up.
Yeah.
I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for new characters. I'm ready for new adventures. I'm ready for new, franchises to be formed. I'm ready for something new. So I think that this is what they're fearing because ComicsGate has the ability to provide that to people. There are so many people coming together, so many artists and writers coming together to deliver that to the customers. And I think that the big two, whatever, those people, those coming out and calling us a hate group is because they don't have anything better to do other than to, defame us and slander us and try to put us to the ground because they know we're winning.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know, at least I hope so. And that's why, like, I'm still talking about the old comics, even the ones that are not being funded, because they were made and they're still out here. And there's still the potential for them to, if a comic was successful enough and did well enough, then there's still the potential for, let's say, someone like Alterna Comics, right? Who's they support CG, and I support Alterna Comics. My goal, like my dream, is like that they'll open Alterna becomes ComicsGate, and now we have this big distributor that's ComicsGate, and it's just for ComicsGate. Maybe not Alterna, but somebody, I don't know, and it's just it's for CG, and welcome CG, and it's not like Dynamite that panders to everybody, because Dynamite, I think, in my opinion, and from what I've seen, they were a lot behind the breakup of CG and all the drama that's happening in CG. I think Dynamite had a lot to do with it because they were putting a lot of pressure on Ethan based on what I've heard.
Hmm.
So Ethan, a lot of the decisions Ethan has been based on the pressure that they were receiving from Nick Barucci, you know, and him letting go of War Campaign. It wasn't because he was tired of them, because he wasn't tired of War Campaign when they were having his back.
Right.
He only got tired of War Campaign when they went after Anna's book, and the only reason he decided to defend Anna is because it was hurting Dynamite's pocket. Okay, so let's be clear. Like we're not stupid here. It's all about the bottom line. It's about the money. So they're not. If you don't have the best interest of ComicsGate, then you're not ComicsGate.
Right. True. True. So, as I recall, you said you're into toys and action figures and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what do you collect? You said you collect Star Wars. Do you collect like all the action figures, the vehicles, the animals?
I have. Oh my God! I have boxes of the toys. Let me see what do I have anything on here? Oh, I don't. I have the 40th anniversary collection of all of them. Leia, Luke, Han.
Are those the ones that come with like a coin?
Huh?
Are those the ones that come with a coin?
I haven't opened it, so I don't know if there's a coin.
All right.
I keep them in their boxes.
All
Like
right.
I have a whole collection of the little ding-dings, the Jawas. I have Supers, a whole bunch of them. I have, I don't know. I have a lot. A lot of toys.
Do you collect all kinds of different things related to Star
I
Wars?
have bombshells from DC.
Oh, all right.
I have Greg Capullo art-inspired toys. I have my boyfriend is a big collector too, so I'm trying to think in my head which are mine and which are his, and where does it end? Yeah, I like art, you know, whether it's, for me, it's an art. For me, I look at it as the art because it's a sculpture, especially when you have those little figures and they have the face looking like, especially like the Legends, Marvel Legends, when you look at the sculpture of the faces and the Hot Toys. Well, I don't collect the Hot Toys, he does. I can't do the Hot Toys. It's too expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, sideshow collectibles. Yeah. That's some good stuff, but they are pricey.
Very pricey. He has a show. They do the Red Cup review on Fridays at 7. They talk toys.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I like things.
So you do Star Wars and do you say some Marvel as well?
Marvel and DC, yeah.
Oh, all right, in DC.
Big collection. It's somewhat anyway. I started collecting more when they were. I got really excited with The Force Awakens. When The Force Awakens came out, I got really excited. I thought we were going somewhere with Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, so I had started on my collection thinking that it was gonna be, wow, we're going, you know, Star Wars is back.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, they're introducing a new character, but okay, there's still potential. There was a lot of potential with that movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, and then it just went sideways. After The Last Jedi, I stopped buying.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, when they announced that they were going to have a new trilogy and that Disney purchased Lucasfilm, I thought if anyone could do Star Wars justice, and then it would be Disney, because they've got the money, they got the capital.
That's what I thought.
To put out something good. And if George Lucas felt deeply that they would be the best to handle his property, then I would be all for it. And at the time, I figured Star Wars is such a juggernaut. It's such a huge IP.
There's
that,
no way that you can kill it, right? You have
yeah,
to look up. And it was given to you full, like together in one piece.
exactly. How could you screw it up? It, and it's a merchandising machine. I mean, it's what started like the merchandising revolution. Uh,
Merchandising.
yeah, and
Space
it's
Coastal Flamethrower. The kids are gonna love this one.
it's like it was. I mean, and one of the big things that they really dropped the ball on, whether intentionally or accidentally, is I think most of the fandom was looking for a reunion between Luke, Han, and Leia.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. Uh, and they didn't even think to include that in any way, shape, and fashion. It was the biggest miss imaginable, I think. And it's like, how could you not have a reunion?
No, not only that, but then you have Plasma, right? What is it, Captain Phasma? I forgot her name.
Phasma, yeah.
Phasma. You see how unmemorable the character is?
Very.
You have her all hyped up, and you're thinking that she's gonna be some great character going up against Finn, and you think Finn is gonna be wow, he's gonna be the Jedi, he's gonna be a stormtrooper that's gonna pick up the lightsaber, and we're gonna have this story about his struggle being a stormtrooper and what it's like, and he's gonna the plight of the stormtrooper, you know, and like all this great potential. What happened? She falls off and dies. There's no great battle. He's just a simp for Rey. All he does is scream, "Rey, no! What are you doing?" Then he gets stuck with Rose Tico, and I know that feeling of getting stuck with a girl that you don't like. It's like getting stuck with the guy you don't like. You know, you don't have that one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And she was all aggressive and everything, kissing him. And he has that like shock expression in his face.
We don't fight hate by what is it? By fighting those we hate. We win by saving those we love. Meanwhile, because of you, now they're getting destroyed. Thank you. You saved one person.
Exactly. It made no sense whatsoever. And then from all the stories and reports and YouTube videos I've watched, their very loose plan that wasn't even organized very well or executed very well is for like each of the 3 trilogy movies to kind of focus on each of the main legacy characters. Like the first one would focus on Han, the second would focus on Luke, the last one would focus on Leia. So obviously when Leia, Carrie Fisher passed away, they weren't able to make that happen. But even go ahead.
Bad planning.
Yeah. And even with that, they still didn't execute it very well at all. I mean, that was horrible what they did to Han. That was horrible what they did to Luke and Leia. So they screwed the pooch every which way but loose, you know. It was so disappointing. So disappointing.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Welcome CYI Worldwide. Hail. Jason Black remembers that feeling. They were doing everything right with the MCU at the time. Yeah. Uh, Tatsunami says, "Hail Jetsabel."
Hail Tsunami.
Wolverine says, "Fucking Disney had the money and power to hire the very best from people, to effects to anything else, and they did that. Shameful." Max Work says, "Spaceballs the flamethrower. The Phantom Menace will love this to burn down the Disney fan fiction trilogy."
Yep.
Tatsunami says, "Hey, Wise, send you Shaggy next week." Oh, okay. I think Shaggy's another name for Swiss chocolates. Yeah. Let's see. Mara Nui. They also built Luke up for an entire movie and then barely did anything cool with him.
No, they turned him into a creepy uncle.
Yeah. And Mark Hamill, who plays Luke, said in all multiple interviews that he was wondering how he was going to enter the be introduced in the scene, and there was that one uh, scene where the lightsabers in the ground and it starts wiggling and stuff. And it flies across the screen, and he's all excited with bated breath as he reads the script, and then it turns out it lands in Ray's hand, and Mark Hamill's like, "It went to Ray."
It went to Ray.
But she didn't even go to Tatooine to get her training yet, Jedi training yet.
Yeah, well, she's a Mary Sue.
Yeah,
Once.
yeah, Mary Sue's
Female.
yeah.
Like I have 2 sons. How do I tell my sons the future is female, so they have no place in the future?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's not like you can teach them to cancel themselves. Dear, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, the very first movie they only had Luke in for a short period of time, just something like 10, 15 seconds as he turns around. Oh man, yeah. Barely did anything cool with him, and then killed him off. Matanui says, "I am to this day not convinced John Boyega was acting. She did that." Huh. Huh. Yeah. Oh, I'm so stupid. Yeah, Dagobah. You're right. You're right. Thanks for catching me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How did I miss that? Mix that one up. That's bad.
Too many things in your head. What do you think about?
Too many fandoms to keep track of. Oh my god.
Oh, she's talking about Rose Tico kissing him, that it wasn't acting. She wanted to get some of that.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Is that what it was about?
That was ad lib.
Oh. I think it was a legitimate surprised look on his face, though. It's like, what the hell? What the hell's going on? I thought we were in the middle of a war. Oh my god. Yeah, that can be a meme.
Maybe that's why he didn't like the tweet that Ethan Van Sciver wrote to him when he wrote, "How was that Rose Tico kiss?" And he blocked him.
Oh.
And John Boyega blocked Ethan.
Oh my gosh, is that what happened? Oh,
yeah.
I missed that.
Oh.
I'm convinced his reaction was genuine. Oh my gosh, how crazy is that? So when it comes to Star Wars, Marvel, and DC toys, well, is it mainly everything from like action figures to vehicles? Do you collect like pop figures?
I don't like the pops. I think they're ridiculous.
I
mean, we have 2 or 3 pops in the house, but they're just by coincidence. I don't have any pops. What's the point of them? You can't pose them.
Right.
Like, for me, I like posing them. I like putting them, taking pictures of them, and I do like vehicles. Like, I have Black Widow. I bought her a nice motorcycle. I have my bad. I had this collection. I call it the Babs, the badass bitches.
Yeah.
The Babs, the badass bitches. And you have Black Canary, and you have Batwoman, and you have Harley Quinn, and you have all the badass bitches of DC. And sometimes of Marvel too. I put them all together because Black Widow needs to be in there. Why can't she? She's more badass than Batwoman, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I put them all together, and I play with toys.
So you have the little play fights. You have these epic battles.
I pose them. I like it. It's fun.
Oh yeah, of course it is. Absolutely. Do you also collect like prints and signed signed stuff that you hang on the wall or that kind of
I
stuff?
don't have anything hung on my wall, but I do have some side stuff. But no, not really. You know who does that? Paz. He has tons of signed stuff and posters, and he likes going to the conventions and getting there. And he has like 16 long boxes of comics.
Do you say 60?
16 boxes.
That's a lot.
Yeah, comics, all comics. And he was, when Dan Fraga came into DC, he had him on the show, and he was like going through his long boxes looking for Dan Fraga stuff. I was like, don't ask me. I don't even know where they are at this point because he has like 1,900 comics.
Whoa.
And we actually went through cataloging each and every one, alphabetizing them, putting them into boxes. Now they're all a mess.
Oh, they're a mess again?
Because digging through looking for Dan Fraga's comics.
So which ones did you guys find? Which were you able to?
Youngblood. Which others? Yeah, he found a few Youngbloods, and I forgot. We put him on the side. But Youngblood, definitely, yeah.
Did he go and get him signed or something? Is that why you guys were looking for him?
No, he just wanted to show it to him.
Oh, okay.
Some, comics.
Was
guest.
Was that? Say again?
No, it was a featured guest, so he wanted to have him handy.
Oh, you mean he
had him on his show, on the Red Cup Review.
Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Pretty sweet. Let's see. Yeah.
But to me, that's exciting, right? Like something like that happens, and you have your books. I love that. Like when I'm watching a movie, like it's the funniest thing because I like to take out my toys. I like to take out the toys while I'm watching the movie.
Now, are you into the MCU?
Yes.
Have you been watching like the last 10, 11 years of MCU movies?
I watched all of them. I own all of them.
Do you?
Yes. And it wasn't until I enjoy them. The only one that I don't like is Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, same.
The only movie I like, it didn't fit there. It was forced.
Oh yeah, very much so.
And then the last one, Endgame, was just a remake of the first one. Not Endgame. You know which one I'm talking about? There was two.
Oh, so Infinity War.
Infinity War, and then there was the Endgame, right? Infinity War was very good.
Yeah, for sure.
Then Endgame was it was the same battle as it is in Infinity War. It was just a recycled movie.
Very much so.
The action scenes, at least, and it was just like sad. I don't know. I mean, it was okay. I enjoyed it, but Captain Marvel ruined it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only one that I don't have in the collection.
Well, that's because you have good taste.
Other than that, I have all of them. Actually, before the movie came out, before Infinity Wars, I watched all of them. just to get to that point.
Oh, you mean you did like a marathon leading up?
Marathon.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. And you said you did it in order to?
Yes, I
When
did.
they were released?
In the order that was released.
Wow, that's cool. I thought about doing it, but I never did.
It was fun. No, it was fun. And you know what? It just reminded me how much fun I had watching these movies as they came out. You know? I mean, some of them were better than others, but for the most part, they were fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. I'm a big kid at heart, you know, so there's not much you can do to really ruin it. Something for me. Like I like the Green Lantern.
Uh-huh.
It was fun. Could it be better? Yes, but
Right.
it was fun for what it was at that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like because I understand you're bringing it from a book and you're bringing it to life, and there's so many fantastical things that are going on in a comic book, but there's no way that you're gonna make it so. You know, like wow, impressed me, right? What can you do with this comic book and you bring it to life? So I like the Green Lantern, especially it was like towards the beginning when they were making all these movies. I don't know why they shit on it so much.
All right. Yeah. I thought it was okay. I don't hate it like so many people do. I found it entertaining.
Yeah.
But you know, to each their own. And it's like I also enjoyed. This isn't. This is more like Warner Brothers. Wait, no. Is it Warner Brothers who has the X-Men property, or at least?
I love the X-Men.
Yeah, the X-Men movies were cool. Although I didn't like the, you know, the newer ones as much. Like I didn't care for. I mean, although I found them entertaining, I didn't care much for Age of Apocalypse, the Days of Future Past, and
You know, I'm rewatching them now. Like I just watched the first two movies. I'm up to the third of the X-Men. The first two, and I'm up to the third. And I'm gonna tell you, I cared a lot more for the first ones than the reason. And the reason and that's why I'm rewatching them because I was watching the a recent one. It was I think it was The Last Stand.
okay.
The one with McAvoy that he's young and
Oh, is wait? I
no,
thought
not The Last Stand, The Future Past.
yeah, that's one of the newer ones.
Well, he was. I didn't finish it because I said no, I want to start from the beginning. But that's what prompted me starting wanting to watch him from the beginning. I saw a small clip of it, and I was like, I don't know, do I like him better or do I like
Patrick Stewart.
What's his name?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick, yeah, the guy from
Star Trek.
Star Trek. I'm terrible with names, but and I was like, you know what? Let me watch them again so that I can compare. And so I'm beginning to watch them.
That's cool.
You know what's really good that I'm into now that I'm watching? Stargirl.
Oh, really?
Is DC? Yeah.
I've heard some cool things about it.
Yeah, the villains are great.
Is that right?
Oh, the stakes are high. Yeah.
Nice.
It's a good show. They're doing a very good job.
It's getting some good buzz, which is nice. There's also a comic book based or a comic book style series out called The Boys that
The Boys is good.
is getting a lot of good word of mouth.
I think that was good. Let's see if they keep it that way though, and let's see how the second season comes.
Yeah, some people on the internet are already saying it's sounding like they're starting to go woke. So
yeah, the new villain that they brought in, the new character they brought in a new character, so that's why I'm like, let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
We check. So.
Wolverine says, finally, someone else who thinks the Pops are dumb as shit. Tatsunami says, in-game, meh. Never grow up.
So far, my shows right now are Doom Patrol.
All right.
Stargirl. Umbrella Academy, I have to see. It's coming out. I like the first season. So let's see what they. DC's coming out with some good shows.
Oh, good.
I love Swamp Thing. I don't know if you got to see it.
Well, I thought I heard that Swamp Thing was they only made like 3 or 4 episodes and then it got canceled.
Yeah.
During the pandemic period.
They made season 1 and that's it. They're not bringing out season 2, which is a shame. But I'm hoping that that changes. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's a good series that it can't be.
Yeah, it was getting lots of good buzz.
Yeah, you know when something is that good that it's like it can't be that they're gonna pass on this project.
Right.
Like that can't. It was good, and it left me want like Fluorescent Man is supposed to come back in the 2nd season, and
Fluorescent Man. What the character?
whatever his name is.
I used to have something notes, but I never really got into him, that character. So I'm kind of iffy on him, but you know, a lot of people like him. Welcome, Justin McClure. Oh, dang, Jetsabel. Wolverine says Stargirl has been pretty good. It's got some dumbass issues, but it's pretty good. It goes to CW.
Teenage issues. Because the characters are teenagers, right? So it's petty, oh, you broke up with me, or stupid things, right? But the villains, right, are badass. Like you have Brainwave who killed his own son.
Shit. Wow.
I think spoilers.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, oopsie.
Yeah, oopsie. Insert oopsie here.
I mean, that's how bad they are. They're killing. It's just, I like it. The villains are worthy of being called villains.
Oh, good.
You know?
Yeah, good.
It's not this excusable thing. You know, when you have villains that they're excused for being bad.
Right.
No, they're just bad.
It was kind of like the Suicide Squad. They didn't really feel like villain.
Yeah.
They were just like, you know.
Understanding the bad guy. There's no understanding. There's pure evil. Give me pure evil. Evil that I can't relate to. Evil that is just raw, you know, that is just,
Right.
That's the kind of evil that I want in my villain. You know, don't let me relate to him, because once I relate to him, then it's like, yeah, it's evil, but I don't know if you've ever seen this Louis C.K. Bit that he's done. That he's like, you know, I'm the kind of person that's evil, but maybe. Yeah, killing somebody's bad, but maybe. You know, sometimes there's a maybe. Don't give me a maybe. Give me a bad guy that I can identify with. And if I can identify with, then I'm evil.
Yeah.
If I can identify with Darth Vader, then I need to check myself.
Yeah. Dang, Jezebel, what are you doing? Wiping out entire populations of sand people?
Yeah, you see.
And the younglings, how dare you? The younglings.
There is no justification for killing the younglings. No. So if you kill the younglings,
you're a villain.
You're a villain.
Yeah, I mean, that's some people knock the movie Shazam, but I actually enjoyed it. And the villain, when he was making use of the 7 deadly sins, I thought that was creative, and you know, it took a serious turn when, spoiler alert, someone ended up going out a window in a high-rise building.
Which one are you talking about?
Shazam.
Oh yes, I love that. I like that movie.
Yeah, that was fun. I like that.
That was fun.
I'm not sure what they would do if they release a sequel, though, because now you've got like a whole Shazam type family.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not sure how they would go from there.
They will have to include all of them now.
Yeah, it seems like it. Which to a
Well, they
degree,
want inclusiveness and diversity. Now they got it.
yeah, true. Yeah, it's just that I would be concerned that it would take too much attention from the lead character. But then I guess it would be more of a team movie like the X-Men.
A good writer can pull it off.
Yeah, true. Uh, the rest of what Wolverine said is it goes to CW exclusively next season, so it'll probably become a trash fire. Uh-oh.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, for sure. Max Work says, I'm with you and Jetsabel and the Pops. Tatsunami says, hi, J Money. J Money's in here? How did I miss J Money? Pops are Shiite or Shite. Max Work says, Swamp Thing was supposed to be 13 episodes, but money givers didn't like it and they cut it down to 8 and canceled the show. Was long before the pandemic. Okay. Spoilers. Max Works. The son will not be dead. I assume he shielded him with his telekinesis.
That's what I thought.
He wanted the others out of the picture.
That's what I thought. I mean, that was my suggestion. I was like, watch him not be dead. Watch him build like some kind of, you know.
Law Jezza, you ain't evil. She smiles. Wolverine says, I enjoyed Shazam, but I enjoyed it with a non-stop stream of bitching and screaming. It did everything about Captain Marvel wrong and was unbelievably disrespectful to the character. Oh, yeah, because Shazam was originally Captain Marvel before Captain Marvel, the female character. And then even before Carol Danvers was, shoot, I'm blanking out. But Captain Marvel was a black woman. After they rechristened Bobby Banks and then Monica Rambeau. Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, Monica Rambeau was, I think, the original Shazam. I mean, original Captain Marvel after the male Captain Marvel became Shazam. They could go prequel with Shazam, show the Shazams before the first movie. Oh yeah, I guess they could. Hail, brother Tatsunami. Oh, goodness gracious. So, let's see. Yeah, Monica Rambeau. Yep. Exactly. Wolverine says, that being said, Shazam was still a fun movie, mostly due to Zach Levy. Yes, Billy Batson is the original Captain Marvel. Yep. Oh, yeah, true. Then Marvel at Marvel. Then Monica Rambeau. Then Carol. Is that?
And you know, as I was leaving the theater, this little boy comes and says, "That was whack."
Oh, really?
From the mouths of babes.
Yeah, for sure. What are your thoughts on MCU Phase 4, or what I usually christen it as?
I'm not looking forward to it. I don't care. I'm done. I really don't. I'm doing the Phantom Menace thing too.
Yeah, I refer to it now as MCU Phase 4 because it seems like they're doing the complete opposite from what they did the first, you know, 3 phases, and they're taking all the beloved characters that they even helped reinforce and create and bring into live action, and they're replacing them with all like female characters and gay characters.
They're replacing them all. It's not even one by one or little by little. It's all at once. I mean, it's not my MCU. Like you said, it's not the MCU that we developed. I'm glad that we had an MCU for that reason.
Yeah,
It
I
put
mean,
an end to it. At least we have closure.
yeah, exactly. They were trying to stuff in, you know, gays in Endgame, and so there was a hint of what was to come. But at least they did.
When the girls stand up together and they're like woman power.
That was ridiculous too. It's like you somehow coincidentally gather all the female superheroes in one spot to take on, you know, one bad.
To fail because they failed.
Yeah, and it's like, in order to pull something like that off, all these female heroes would have had to have finished their individual battles with the whoever they were fighting at the time.
But that's what it is. It's forced. It's not natural, right?
Yeah.
So when something is forced like that and you're looking at it, you're like, what the heck? Where did that come from? So no, it cries agenda to me. So whenever you're trying to do that, you're trying to manipulate me. That's it. You lost me.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm happy with what I have. I have a nice collection of superhero movies.
Yeah.
So far, right now, DC's putting out some good stuff. I'm excited for the Zack Snyder cut that's going to come out. That I'm excited for. Other than that, I'm not really excited for movies coming out in the theater. And it's okay. I mean, with all this pandemic stuff, it's not like we're going to be out anyway.
Right.
So
True.
let's see what happens. I don't think that they're going to be. This is not the time for them to really go against the audience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What little audience they have right now, I don't think that they're very. I don't think that they're very. What's the word? Resistant to their nonsense.
Yeah. What's interesting is they're catering to like a minority. They're catering to, in an effort to expand their viewer base, they're instead catering to a minority who doesn't necessarily invest their money in buying merchandise, toys, rewatching the same movie multiple times. So they're going after a customer base that isn't really going to be as passionate about their projects as the original fandom would be. Now Wolverine laughs, rolling on the floor laughing. That was whack.
That was whack.
Justin says Phase 4 Marvel is a joke. Yeah, I agree. And the titles, Thor, Love and Thunder. It sounds like a porn movie.
Whoa. I know. I was like, what? Love and Thunder? What is she farting while she's making love?
It sounds like they're gonna take Jane Foster and do that storyline where she becomes Lady Thor. So I don't know.
And the thing is, Lady Thor exists, right?
Yeah.
She is. Jane Foster becomes Thor, whatever. So that is. If it wouldn't, why now? Like, it's the timing. For me, it's the timing. Every character now is going to become female. There's no variety. Every character now is going to be gay. Every character now has to be diverse. Every character. Be original.
Yeah, I agree with that. Create your own new IPs. Don't trash the original classic IPs.
Mhm.
They could do the Black Adam story as a prequel, and in the third movie, he returns to kick some Shazam butt, but it is 100 years later or something, and now the now time, and he goes against the Shazam kids. Oh, that's an interesting take. Uh, Jason was leaked info about that scene months before the movie. The guy who worked on it said it was going to go down like a lead balloon. Oh. I never watched the first movie. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the problem with me taking so long to respond to chat is that things are out of context. Jetsabel knows what is up. Yep, true that.
I'm to be honest, I'm more excited about what DC is putting out than what MCU is putting out right now.
Yeah, I mean, in Phase 4 of MCU, I'm mildly interested in Black Widow,
Oh yeah,
but it's like,
yeah, but not. I mean, I'm hearing things, and I'm like, I don't want to hear anything. You know what I mean? You know when you're in the like, I want to know, but I don't want to know because I hear that she's gonna pass on Black Widow to the sister or something like that.
right.
So
I don't know how that would work though, because I think this is supposed to be a prequel, but
that's why I don't want to know.
yeah,
Like my last movie with Black Widow, which should have come out before Captain Marvel.
exactly. That's where I stand. Black Widow should have had a movie like maybe
Before she died.
Oh yeah, way before she died.
Like she's dead. She's
Yeah.
dead in the universe. But okay.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
For those of you who haven't watched Endgame, the end of the road for her.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, she pulled her weight and should have had her own trilogy like the rest of them.
Badass.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't need Captain Marvel to come and save the day. We already had Black Widow.
Yeah, and it would have been cooler to see, the original Avengers, fight off the armies and everything, and as a team, have teamwork, and not even have Captain Marvel at all in it.
We needed woman power to come and put those men in their places and show them how strong they could be.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, you got a point. All right. I stand corrected.
She had to come and bring the women team together.
Yeah.
We've been streaming for 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Endgame, that was very forced. Women coming together for publicity shot scene. I had insider info on that. I know people at Weta Digital.
I thought they were like, oh, this is going to be awesome. They're going to love this shot. We have a great idea. We're going to bring them all out together like woman power. And
yeah, it was one of those facepalm moments. As soon as that happened, it was like, yeah, right. Yeah, that was. There wasn't even any reason for Black Widow to die. The Soul Gem never worked like that in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
The entire reason they used for killing Black Widow was the reason they invented for the movie.
For emotional effect, I bet. They wanted a tear-jerking moment.
Yeah, those guys said it was cringe.
It was cringe.
For sure.
It didn't do anything to inspire me as a woman. Like as a woman, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
I felt more, you know, when I felt more when Scarlet Witch was fighting Thanos.
Yeah.
She was protecting Vision.
Yeah, that was
To
awesome.
me, that was stronger. That was a moment. Okay, but all the other no, that wasn't. That didn't do it for me.
Yeah, that was a powerful moment.
Yeah.
That fight. Oh yeah, my 19-year-old daughter stopped when that scene happened and just what the fuck out over it.
She's smart.
Oh my gosh, yeah, very smart. She is. Man, that was an insane scene. It made no sense. It felt so out of place. And it was like, really? You're really going to do that? You're really going to go there? And
To make a statement. Yeah, Jason says it was forced to make some statement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the thing, they do it so obviously now that it's in your face, and you're like, I feel hostage here in the theater.
Yeah. That's kind of the point. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to draw an audience.
Mm-hmm.
The guys always do these power shots. Problem was that nobody knows where on the battlefield everyone was. Them coming together just like that was obvious. It's like someone called them on the radio and said, "All right, girls, I'm over here. I need some help fighting so and so. Let's all gather together at this point now."
At this point in time, right now. Yeah, no, it was.
It was forced to make some statement. For sure. Yeah, yeah. That's a fact. And it's like, and the other thing that bugged me about Endgame was that, you know, I totally understand that, you know, Tony Stark deserved a funeral, but so did Black Widow.
Yep.
She was a key member, and she was one of the few Avengers who kept up communications and kept the group together.
Kept the team together, yeah.
Yeah. And
motherly to them.
Mm-hmm. And they treated her like garbage. It sucked. Yeah.
Because we needed to make room for Captain Marvel.
Yeah. True that. It was like, you remember in, oh shoot. I think it was Rise of Skywalker. Did you see that?
Yes.
You see towards the end.
Just because I needed to see where they were going to go. I didn't want to see it. I promise I didn't want to go see it. But, you know, it's like when you're a diehard fan, you know, it's like you just have to go see it. Like, that's why I had to go see Captain Marvel, because if I want to shit on it and talk about it, I have to see it.
Yeah. You got to have some basis, something to stand on. And
I was going to boycott it. I was not going to go see it at all. And then I was like,
the look. Yeah, that's why I ended up watching all of the Disney trilogies and the all of the Disney trilogies and Captain Marvel on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I haven't watched Birds of Prey yet.
Oh yeah, I haven't either.
Because of that, and I haven't even wanted to watch it off the internet just because I just don't want to give it a look. I will eventually, but
yeah, I feel the same way.
I just don't feel attracted to it. Why am I gonna watch it if I know it's gonna suck?
Right.
I know it's agenda ridden. I don't want to see that. It's not attractive to me.
Right.
You
and
know?
then they man, I don't know what it is about these directors and stuff and everything. You know, they're like the director of the latest Terminator movie. I think the director of Birds of Prey. They're all making these public statements saying, you know, this is gonna piss off misogynist men.
Well, they pissed off this woman. Am I a misogynist too?
Right, exactly. And it's like, okay, are you intentionally trying to drown your box office and not make money?
They want to get attention somehow, right? So they're playing that card because they know they're going to piss some people off. So the only way they're going to get media is by pissing some people off.
Yeah,
You know, so they're playing that card.
that's a good point.
You know?
Yeah,
It's some attention is better than no attention at all.
yeah. I'm real interested to see how well Marvel Phase 4 performs. In the end, and and then also see event. You know what? Everyone is always touting the Captain Marvel performance because it got sandwiched between two major must-see movies, Infinity War and Endgame. But they think that the performance and quote-unquote success of Captain Marvel is going to continue on even when it's not sandwiched between movies.
So they're bringing out Captain Marvel 2, and they're bringing in the team, supposedly.
I'm not sure how they're going to execute, but if I'm not mistaken, in Marvel's latest announcement, Captain Marvel 2 is not expected till like Phase 5.
Okay.
So, I mean, if that movie supposedly was as successful as they claim it is, then I think I would have expected them to, include her in Phase 4. But I don't know. I think they know that they're just spouting garbage.
Well, they say they're the kind of people that if they say something long enough or enough times, they start to believe it, right?
Yep, yep.
We're a good movie. We're a good movie. We're a good movie. You're a hate group. You're a hate group. You're a hate group. So yeah, let them repeat it. Maybe they'll believe it sometime.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't. We don't just believe everything.
Right.
We don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Exactly. Yeah. Stop telling us the future is female. Give us some characters we can get behind. Yeah, this.
Listen, I am starving.
Yeah, Jezebel knows what's up. Birds of Prey is both blatant agenda and obviously ashamed and disdainful of its source material. Hard pass.
Hard pass.
I know it's got lots of bad reviews and stuff, but I still have a bit of curiosity to see how bad they went. Because, the thing about Birds of Prey is like they missed the mark because Birds of Prey was a Batgirl thing. She got her back broken, or she got paralyzed in a story with the Joker, and so she was stuck in a wheelchair and became Oracle, and she was the lead of the group. Mm-hmm. So to throw Harley Quinn in with them made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, because isn't she the foe of the Birds of Prey? Like,
yeah, it's like, what kind of mix-up Elseworld story is this? And so they're like treating the Batgirl character and Oracle like garbage.
And the thing is, I'm gonna tell you something. Harley is a side character. She's a side foe. She's not the main character. You have a little bit of, we were talking about that earlier. I was talking about that earlier with that. You have a little bit of Harley, she's great, right? A lot of Harley, she becomes annoying. You don't have her as a feature film. I'm sorry. Because she's the nagging girlfriend that's just, oh, Mr. J, oh, Mr. J. That's who Harley is, right? And Harley loves Mr. J, and Harley is in love with him and forgives him. She is madly in love with him. So her character is the person who's constantly going to forgive Mr. J because she is sick in the head. She has it's a disturbing relationship that they have with each other. It's a sickening relationship. So when you put that pathology away from the relationship, then you take away the character. You take away what was written about the character. If you take away the psychosis behind that relationship, then it's no longer Harley. Harley is obsessed with Mr. J. So if Harley forgives Mr. J and goes to Poison Ivy, who's poisoning her head about Mr. J, then it's no longer Harley Quinn. It's somebody else.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about Harley is the psychosis that she has and the whole, infatuation over Mr. J. So you take that away, then who is Harley?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, and then you have this character who is a side character, and now you make it into a whole movie about her. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. So that's how I felt about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And did you hear that after it had been in theaters for a little bit of time, they actually caught so much flack about her being associated with Birds of Prey that they renamed the movie. They called it something like, was it just plain Birds of Prey? No, it was. They changed the name of the movie so that it was that it just emphasized Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I wasn't following it, so I don't know.
That's more or less what the movie was intended to be anyway. And just using characters like the Huntress, which was one of my favorites when I was a kid, and Black Canary as lesser side characters. With a better movie, the directors would have good press and more money. Yep. The media press is garbage, though. They're always catering to the SJWs, and I don't know why they like some of the movies they do, because so often when I see media reviewers and listen to their stories, even people like Roger and Ebert at the movies, usually if they didn't like a movie, I would probably like it, and vice versa.
Well, if Rotten Tomatoes gives a high rating, I know I'm not gonna like it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you hear that? All right, so prior to Captain Marvel, right, when it was still in development or getting ready to be released, they had it on Rotten Tomatoes, and they had this rating thing where you can indicate, if you're eager to go see it. It says something like, "I want to go," and then they had another one that said, "Not interested" or something. Mm-hmm. And the not interested had a rating of like 97%. It was so bad that I don't know if Disney contacted Rotten Tomatoes.
They took it down, didn't they?
Yeah, they revamped the website and got rid of that rating in preparation for the launch of Captain Marvel. It was bad. Mm-hmm. As I understand it, the Rotten Tomatoes is run by a former executive from Disney. So I think they talk. I think there's some kind of influence from Disney so that no Disney film can do no wrong, And yeah, Harley is not a hero. Stop trying to make fetch a thing.
You have to start wrapping it up, Bill. Boy.
Harley was always annoying. I can't stand that character. I never could stand her. I liked her in TAS. Which one is that?
I can't. I'm terrible with acronyms.
Then again, she didn't show up that often there. Jason says, "I gotta go help with the dishes. Good show, guys." Thank you so much, Jason. Wolverine,
series.
Oh, they just renamed it to Birds of Prey from the long, stupid Harley title. Yeah. It was like Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. It was a crazy long title. Oh, yeah, there you go. The Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Yeah. I promise I did it from memory. Oh my gosh. I heard you mentioned earlier that we had been running for 3 hours.
Yes.
I figured you probably
20 minutes and 10 seconds.
you probably need to go grab some dinner or something. So I wanted to thank you for joining me. It's been so fun, so entertaining.
My pleasure.
I wanted to thank. Oh, you know what? Do me an honor and share with everyone in the world how they can find you on social media.
Well, I am on Twitter, and I think it's Jetsabel_M at Twitter.
That sounds right.
And yeah, and that's where I'm at. Also, I'm on Tuesdays. I'm with the Powerpuff Girls and the White Cat Comics channel.
Yeah. Oh man, that reminds me. I've got to catch the replay of that. How was that last show? Do you have a good
With
time?
Carla, Shay, and Lola. We have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And if Carla hits 10K, I mean, she's closing up with the Grim Reaper and she's fulfilling now. But if she hits 10K, I'm committed to eating a pickle live.
A large, nice, juicy, girthy pickle.
Pickle.
Dill pickle.
Yeah, it's just for pure entertainment.
Yeah. Now, I'm also committed to do that. I gave her my word I would participate.
That's right.
It sounds like Shay's going to do it too.
Yeah.
Was there going to be a fourth person, or are we trying to get Red
Raven, but I don't know. She wasn't in the show on Tuesday, so I don't know if she's backtracking. I think she's going to narrate it with a pretty voice.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! A whole video with the granny voice. Oh damn!
I'm gonna choke on that pickle.
That's gonna hurt her voice. Oh man, she'll be silent for days.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my god, that would be funny though.
That's gonna be hilarious. I can't wait. Well, if it happens, I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, everybody back Grim Reaper 2. You know what? I mean,
we need to share that. Listen, if you already backed it, buy the T-shirt. They have a T-shirt. But yeah. Thank you for having me, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, yeah, you're right. They do have a T-shirt up. Sweet.
Yes, they do.
I did not know that.
No.
Let's see. Humana. Cycling between all my little windows here. Yeah, back the Grim Reaper 2. You can see here that there's a T-shirt here that's been added. So and I think there's going to be a few different designs to choose from too.
Yeah.
And this is just one of them, which is that group shot. For a closer look, it's this one right here, which is pretty cool.
Yep. I think my niece is going to carry another T-shirt.
Yeah, I definitely want to see this go to 10 grand. We're at 7682, 188 backers. So let's see it hit 10,000 so we can all eat pickles.
We can all eat pickles. We'll have a pickle party.
Yeah, you know it. Let's see here. Do you know if WyzGyz will eat a pickle too?
I don't know. I think we were trying to get him to do that, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. All right. How far back am I? Let's see. All right. There we go. The animated series. Thank you for getting the Heathers reference, Jetsabel. SSTD. What? SSTD. Not that she wants to go or anything.
Hey, I'm having a lot of fun. Duty calls.
Yeah, you gotta get fed. Yeah, everybody follow Jetsabel. Follow Jetsabel on Twitter. Hold on, that was the other thing I was doing.
And also follow White Cat Comics.
Yeah, White Cat Comics is cool.
We gotta get her monetized next.
Yep, for sure.
We got Shay 1,000 subscribers. Now we gotta get White Cat Comics.
Yay! Yeah, that was awesome. Uh, did she have her 1,000 sub celebration yet?
No, I don't think so.
All right, good, because I don't want to miss that.
I don't want to miss it either. That's why I'm saying I don't think so. I did, I missed it. She did, I missed it.
I'm not sure, but I think there was talk that they might be celebrating that at the same time Skits closes their campaign, or closes the funding side of it and goes to in demand. So I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's what's going on. All right. So that's weird. Twitch didn't take my message. Maybe Twitch now thinks I'm spamming. Yeah, so follow Jetsabel on Twitter, and you'll see her in all kinds of streams. I see her quite often. Always a joy to see her.
Thank you.
Wanted to thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it. It's been great. It's been a blast. Time just flies when you're having fun.
I know, right? I didn't even feel it's me sitting on a chair for 3 hours. I don't know how I did it.
Now time to get up and stretch your legs.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. Hope to have you on again in the future. If you ever see me streaming, and let me know, and I'll pop you into the panel too.
Thank you.
Knock
knock.
Absolutely. Everybody, thank you all for joining us. Thank you everyone who watches us on replay. Thank you to our very special guest, Jetsabel. So awesome, so sweet, so charming. Oh yeah, while we're on it, I need thousands of subscribers on YouTube too.
Everybody follow everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you know it. I'm at 165 today.
Oh, wow.
So, gradually chugging along. So far so good. And you can find me on Twitter at WyzGyz Tweets, on Twitch at WyzGyz Twitches, on YouTube under WyzGyz Entertainment. Please like, comment, and subscribe. When you sub, mark the bell for notifications, and be sure to click on all notifications so that you make sure you never, hopefully, miss a stream or a video. Thank you all again. Thank you, Jetsabel. Thank you. We are ending the broadcast in 3,